So they buffed Duel Live. So I want to watch people play because everybody keeps surrendering before I can do my broken combo because I guess they either recognize it and they're like, I'm not sitting through this. Or they just get impatient and they're like, I might as well just lose. But they buffed Duel Live. Now you can see people's 3 best cards in their decks. Like this one is a friggin' skull. It's either Archfiends or it's skull summon skulls. I've got to see that. I've got to see that. It's Archfiends. Okay, so this is an Archfiend deck. I love Archfiend decks. I have no idea how to play them. Alright, so Archfiend Commander knocks the Eris into the graveyard, which then allows them to grab Ghastly Glitch. They've set Archfiend's Roar and Fiend Grieving to the field. And as you can see, I mean, it's just the end board's too strong. I wanna. Now all they need is a refresh button, right? That's what they need. We got Cubics, Sprite, Frogs. Who knows what that deck is versus Trap Tricks? So we know the Trap Tricks one, but now you can have like a whole nother level. Like there's some streamers that they do like gambling where they're like, do you think Duelist A or B is gonna win? Now they have a whole nother layer to it where it's almost like a salty bets thing, which I think is pretty cool. If I had the methods to do it, Springans versus Sword Soul. I kind of know Springans. I know enough that I think that his hand's pretty good. And Sword Soul doesn't need a good hand, they just need one of their starters. Which they have 9 of in their deck, I might add. 9 starters. Especially if they go 10-yi, if it's 10-yi Sword Soul. They have 9 starters, which is absolute insanity. I wonder if anyone's done like a Sword Soul Metaphys. How did they not? Okay. They didn't do the full combo for some reason. So Springans goes into Great Sand Sea, which will allow them to XYZ their Merrymaker out onto the field. Oh my god, the brothers are at it again. As Rocky gets normal summoned from the hand, I think. They're going to XYZ them. Link them into a Killport. I think it's Killport Genius? I don't know. Kaiport? I don't know how they want it pronounced. I'm sure it's some type of word pun. And they're attaching every card in their deck to this Merrymaker as material. Maybe it's... Alright, and that's because they wanted to turn it into Sargus. Gigantic Champion Sargus is a very strong card. So, don't sleep on it. Tally-Ho finally being played when the Infinite Impermanence is hit here in order to grab Springan's Kit from the deck. And they're summoning everything that they have. I'm assuming so that they can get another champion. Yeah, he can't do that. Alright, the X blower's out. This one blows everyone's X right out of the field. Alright, and... oh, Bestials out here trying to save their skins. Okay, very smart. And another Bestial. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 very sweaty players here right now. Alright, so the Springans are really looking good. Springans really do look like a pretty good deck. Not gonna lie. I've fought against many Springans. I beat them most of the time. But this deck looks really good. At least it really feels like it's good. I don't know. I don't know enough about Springans. Damn, Sword Soul Blackout about to send 2 cards to the graveyard. Oh, but that gets negated, I think. Does this have like a... if this would be destroyed... Oh. So it sent a Albaz fusion. I don't think that the Sword Soul player knew that. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Sending more cards to the graveyard or banishing them, knowing Sword Soul. They're going to the decks. Very interesting, but they're going to now summon Moye. Moye will then show them. No, wait, no, that's the other starter. Sorry. They showed them Moye. Synchro summon. We're going to get a Sword Soul from the deck. And that was Moye. It just showed Moye. I didn't realize it could show itself. That's a little broken. Most cards are nerfed to where you can't show the same card. Out comes Baron de Fleur, because that was a level 6 Bestial. And out comes Long Yuan, who's going to allow them to get to Chen Ying. Chen Ying going to lower the attack of the enemy, plus whenever a card is Oh, so he used Baron's destroy effect in order to banish a card, which then allows him to banish a card from the field and the graveyard with Chen Ying. And that's game. I mean, I've got to say, that was pretty impressive play from the Sword Soul player. That was much more flexible than what I normally see, which is them just shotgunning out Xing Xing and Chen Ying and just sitting back. We'll exit out of this replay if it's bad, and then we'll go back to the deck select. Okay, it's Goaty. We stand Goaty in this house. Okay, that's a good sign. Extravagant. Oh, no. Time Lords. Oh. Is he gonna shark? Wait, it's not Goaty, it's Sharks. It's Banish Sharks. Is it Banish Cook? No, it can't be Banish Cook because he's got Floodgates, and Floodgates go against the Cook. Because the Cook is a Floodgate, so you can't have another Floodgate. Ah, well, they tried to Ash Blossom the 1-for-1. So they're going to grab their beautiful princess, banish her. Wow, what's that going... Okay, so they banished... They're stopping a synchro play by banishing that one, but they have Paces, so Paces banishes himself. Summons Buzzsaw Shark. Buzzsaw Shark sends out this big boy, Minai Kura, who's a negate, a permanent negate. Unfortunately, the Time Lord is unaffected by card effects. Stealth Kraken, very nice. I don't think he can destroy them. That is correct. Okay, but he can banish them. Alright, so now Macrocosmos is not going to deny that play, but there is a Goaty card that does. Kraken can't destroy him. Tie Strike is going to destroy the Kaiju, which then banishes it, and then they do 3,300 damage to their enemy. Oh, they got Supe. Okay, so we're going to... I don't think that even works. I don't think they can be targeted. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. Oh wait, they can. Okay, so they are no longer immune to destruction effects. Alright. That's a dead Time Lord. Direct attack with our Ariane Post. Didn't play the Sunpei, which is interesting. I mean, Supei. I always pronounce it Sunpei in my head. That's not its name. I guess it's just because they wanted to do the goated play. Whoa, 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 whoa. Relax. Relax, buddy. What are you doing? What the fuck? Okay, well, they're gonna destroy the Time Maiden for sure. They still summon a Time Lord. Alright, Goaty of the Deep Beyond. This is the goated play. Banish all cards on the field, and it'll resummon itself at the start of the next turn. Now, is that a Solemn Judgment? Is that a Solemn Judgment? It is not a Solemn Judgment. Why did... Oh, okay, because they're going to Supei. Okay. Alright. Well, let the games begin. Coral Dragon hits the field here. Going to give them a little bit of damage, but they didn't even need it. I'm not sure what their original plan was. Because they didn't even do the +1 from the Coral Dragon, so... Alright. What do we got here? Do we have any? This was so cool. So happy about that. So cool to see. I'm so happy that the first replay we got to watch was a... I guess that I don't get to choose these. These never refresh. Well, that's cringe. You're ruining my avatar again by standing there. FYI. Zodiac deck. Zombie pile versus Danger Zombie. Pendulum Magicians versus Mystery Boys. Dogmatica. Dinomorphia with Blue Eyes support. That looks like Cyber Dragons versus Infernate. I can't read those cards. I'm not sure what those cards are. You know what? Just to see what that deck is, let's watch that. Let's watch that replay. How is my average view duration 10 minutes? There's nobody here. Okay, this is a fucking magician that... Whoa! Okay. This is not a turn 1 move. Look at that. 3 blue eyes with no protection. No protection cards. You do not do that turn 1. Alright, Cyber Dragons. Not surprised. Cyber Dragons, of course, very similar to a lot of graveyard play decks where they want to put as much of their monsters into the graveyard as possible, then activate effects from there to either summon them to the field or to send another card to the graveyard with another effect. Or sometimes, in this case, draw a spell. Now, why didn't they use Cyber Dark Impact? There's Old Vindictive Magician. Target 1 monster your opponent controls. Wow. That's a flip effect. What the fuck? Why isn't the Cyber Dragon player playing their card Starry Night Sky? So we can normal summon a Starry Night monster. Unfortunately, he doesn't have one of those. And he's not gonna flip that card? Okay. He doesn't need to. It's an emergency card, obviously. Hello, viewers. Welcome to the stream. We're just kind of watching duels. Every single time I play duels, people are leaving. Like, they just forfeit, and they won't let me play my cards, so might as well watch other people play their cards. Alright, so that's a free destruction. And he's going to destroy their Cyber End Dragon because they have no protection. That is why protection is so important. That's 4,000 damage to them because of Power Bomb. Strength and Unity. Don't think that that card's even going to be necessary here. Cyber Dark Chimera going to activate its graveyard effect to pitch another card. And we get to see the Blue Eyes finisher animation. Pretty cool, huh, boys? Sometimes it's almost worth losing just to see that animation. Alright, anything new here? No. I can't believe somebody brought Archfiends to ranked. That's so cool. That's so cool. I wish I could see their decks. Like when you watch the replays, I wish you could see their decks. But I don't understand, why doesn't anyone chat to me? Do you have any questions or something you want to say? Alright, looks like Trap Tricks Labyrinth. But is it more Trap Tricks or more Labyrinth? I'm thinking it's more Labyrinth because they have a lot of the Labyrinth engine in here. But they also have a bunch of the... But they also have the Trap Trick field spell. So... who knows? Okay. Well, that is something, isn't it? Trap Tricks Terra set Big Welcome. Big Welcome says, nah, you can't destroy me with that duster. But why would you even waste Feather Duster on one card? Silliness. Alright, so they activated a trap. Terra then uses their effect to then summon a card, and because they summon a card, they get to put a trap hole card. Okay, Live Twins are going to go into something that trap hole can destroy, I'm assuming. Uses its effect. Ash Blossom says no. cross out Designator. They're going to stop Ash Blossom for the rest of the turn. Yikes. Well, you're probably going to be upset about that if you have an Ash Blossom and you want to stop one of the various search effects that the Trap Tricks cards have, because now you can't do it. I mean, they can't do it either for the rest of the turn, but you can't do it, not because you already activated it, but rather because you turned it off for this turn. Going to see the Sprite plays come into play here. Sprite starter probably to grab either probably the carrot. I'm assuming Sprite carrot will be the first Sprite startered Sprite card to come out here. And if it's Sprite red, I'm going to laugh. Okay, good. It's carrot. Makes sense. You need to have carrot. Carrot's not in the protected zone, oddly enough. Alright. Twin Lilan is going to then summon itself here, but doesn't get... They don't get the draw because they're going for the destruction first. So they're going to destroy the trap card wise. Alright. And they resummoned the pink one for some reason. I'm sure there's a very good reason that they took two of them to summon just one, and Sprite Red was in their hand the entire time. Yikes. But they've had Labyrinth sitting in their hands a pretty long time, boys. Alright, big welcome. Going to threaten the Sprite Elf, who's going to be forced to shotgun their effect. And then Sprite Smashers, probably Smashers itself. Yeah. Oh, wow. Banning the Lady of the Labyrinth is pretty good. Grabbing Big Lady. Alright, so we've got a destruction of the last Trap Tricks card that's on the field. Emptying the field. As Sprite Blue sends Sprite Jet to the hand so that they can get more later. But they had Labyrinth in there the whole time. But unfortunately, they never used the carrot yet. And Twin, I don't even know why he gets an effect. Oh. Well, that's fun. And now they get to draw a card. Wow. Well, yikers. That just might be the end of the duel, folks. They're probably gonna, they're gonna bring in another Sprite Elf. Summon another card. Trouble Sunny. They don't have a game yet. Ooh, they could have it soon, though. They have game. They have game. And that's why Trap Tricks Labyrinth is not the best right now. There's no way to put it. It's not the best right now. It's just not. Very impressive stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to watch the next one. Very good play by the Sprite player. Trap Tricks can be very difficult to play against. Fortunately, they kind of bricked. I mean, it wasn't like a brick, but it was a brick. Alright, we got Bestials. It's all staples. Those Bestials are technically staples. Alright, the other team is definitely branded. Most likely Bestial branded. No, it's Tearlament. Branded Tears. And the Triple Tactics talent shotgunned and wasted. Draw two cards. Not going to happen this time. And that was it. Ooh. That's bad for them. Very bad for them. You don't want to be that guy. But unfortunately, they keep drawing Bestials and there's no darks or lights in the graveyard. So they're just kind of going to sit in their hand here. And they've drawn Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. They tossed a trap card. They are branded Bestial Tearlament as well. Well, this is a mirror match to end all mirror matches, isn't it? Two Fallen of Albaz on the field. Very bold. Technically, one Super Poly could be detrimental for their team. Alright, we see Tearlament Scream come into play. The enemy's Tearlament Scream does not activate because they do not control a Tearlament card. Tearlament Sheeran is then activated from the graveyard using Rhino Heart and Sheeran to create Kit Kalos. Kit Kalos will then summon onto the field here, activating its effect to add a Tearlament card to the hand. Tearlament Sheeran activates from the hand, tossing a Bestial. the Bestial Saronir in order to send some more stuff to the graveyard that they need. These branded traps and spells, very strong in the graveyard. The Fallen of Albaz is what the Shrouded Dragon calls itself while it's in the graveyard. Alright, we got Bestials doing their thing, eventually getting Lubellion on the field. This is, of course, so that they can put traps and continuous spells on the field at some point. The other Lubellion uses its effect, and Yugioh says, "You should let me summon 2 cards." And they say, "Feel free. Feel free, big boy." Yugioh the Sentinel summons himself, but nothing else. Free card draw for the Tearlament player on the bottom of our screen here, Duelist A. He gets a Sulliek in the hand, followed by Mirror Jade to the field. Set Sulliek. They do control Tearlament's cards, so they can activate Sulliek. Alright, we're going to banish the Fallen of Albaz because he's very useless in the banish pile. Unless they have a branded in red, and they don't, and they are able to end it exactly game. Very impressive stuff. You very rarely get to see Merly get the last hit in these duels, and that's a lot of the decks that I play against. And that's why they just surrender. They just surrender as soon as they see my combo. They're like, I don't want it. I don't want it. Alright, we got a burn deck. Complete with a Pot of Desires. Oh my god. 2 magic cylinders and a skill drain on the field. Holy cow, and all they had was a Keldo. Alright, well, Keldo doesn't do any damage to them. So that's probably a Shizu Tearlaments. Nice, Secret Blast, we like that. Mahama is also in the hand to double triple dip. Oh my god, skill drain comes down on the field. Magic Cylinder again, shielding them from damage. They're saving the last Magic Cylinder for later. I'm assuming because they are assuming that their opponent couldn't possibly think that they have a third one on the field. Unfortunately, Skill Drain is in play, so he's going to... Oh, I wouldn't have done that. I would have Mahamad this turn and then got him with the Magic Cylinder at the end, but it doesn't matter. If he swings in with this Lava Golem, this game is literally over. Gravedigger's Trap Hole goes off here, going to do a free 2,000 damage to the enemy, and negate Mudora's effect. Kelbeck going to use this effect, but unfortunately they have another Gravedigger's Trap Hole. This is going to then do 2,000 damage, also negating Kelbeck's effect, and winning the game. I mean, that's about as burny as it gets, isn't it? These are platinum duels, ladies and gentlemen. This is the kind of fun you can look forward to having if you yourself climb the Master Duel ladder. Why isn't it, that was weird. That was really weird. It suddenly stopped counting down, but I clicked in the screen a couple times and it woke up. Ooh, nice. Both have the same dual field. This looks like Drytrons with pre-preparation of rights in hand, but it gets immediately denied by Ash Blossom. Probably shouldn't have started with that. I would have started with the Foolish Burial. Pre-preparation of rights is too good of a card to just do that with. Extra Foolish Burial. Going to toss the Herald of the Arclight to kind of work as their preparation of rights. Foolish Burial going to be used here to drop a Tritron into the graveyard. This Zeta is thrown in there in order to toss the Ben 10. Ben 10 in the graveyard allows them to add 1 Light Fairy to their hand. You can have 2 Ben 10s now, which is ridiculous. And ladies and gentlemen, we get another fairy added to the hand. They pick the Diviner of the Herald. We're going to see the Mu Beta being sent out here. the XYZ that pitches whatever Drytron they need from the deck into the graveyard. Another ritual card is brought into the hand thanks to throw in the Herald of Arclight into the graveyard. Then they're going to ritual summon Ben 10 from the graveyard to the field. Dawn of the Herald going to send the Ben 10 to the graveyard in order to create the Herald of Perfection. Herald of Perfection, of course, tons and tons of negates, going to make it very difficult for the enemy to play the game. Ben 10's effect activates in the graveyard, where he banishes himself. I guess he got banished at some point just to get put into the hand, and they're just grabbing every single ritual. I mean, they literally limited Ben 10 to 1 so that you couldn't do this, but here we are. Cyber Angel on the field. Oh man, Meteor is continuing to be recycled. Beatrice, the jank enabler, not being used to create jank here, folks. Ava goes to the graveyard in order to banish 2 fairies and add a Herald of the Green Light to the hand and a Herald of the Orange Light. 2 additional negates, as well as Herald of the Pure Light. I didn't even realize he had this one here. So he's got 1 of each negate. He practically has an Omni negate from the hand. Hand trap Omni negate. And this guy gets sent to the graveyard at all, he goes +1. Ava gets put in the graveyard again. They banish the other Arclight Herald and grab themselves another green Herald. Oh my god. I did not miss this deck. Alright. Herald of Perfection says, "Not today, Billy May." And it looks like it's Rika's? Or some type of plant deck going on up there? But the Herald of Perfection is just saying, what are you doing, brother? You don't get a turn. We draw another ritual card, and we're going to toss that Ben 10 into the graveyard. Blessed Winds gets activated, but gets denied by the Herald of Perfection. Absolute silliness. And like, they have all of those heralds of the different colored lights in their hands in case for some reason the Herald of Perfection is negated or destroyed. Speaking of which, Entis is sent to the graveyard, which allows them to destroy 1 card on the field, and that is game on the field, I'm pretty sure, folks. Is he going to attack with all 5 cards? No. He's going right to the point. Boral Sword Dragon with the final hit. Ladies and gentlemen, that deck is completely broken on the first turn. As long as I get the Herald of Perfection on the field, it's pretty much over. I play a similar deck, but not with Heralds, because Heralds are cringe. I play it with Ojamas and the XYZ Buster Dragon and VW, the 3 tank. And then you put those together for the A to Z Dragon cannon thing. And it pretty much does the same thing that the Herald does. But you're able to fill your hand with Ojama cards. So instead of discarding cringe Herald cards, you're discarding based Ojamas. Alright, so we're going to call by the grave the Ash Blossom. But that didn't stop them from using the Max C. Max C gets played before anything happens, and they end their turn. They will probably regret that. Sheeran added to the hand. They are going to turn this into an Abyss Dweller 100%. And they're probably going to forfeit the duel. Duelist B is now locked out of their graveyard effects for 2 turns, and they don't have anything that they can summon from their hand that can really counter this. Just kidding. Bestial Baldrake in the house, forcing their hand, but they don't have anything for that snow. They should really know better than to detach a dark monster. Probably should have not put 2 darks on it, but I mean, they didn't really They didn't really know, and now they get Abyss Dweller. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna see 2 turns of nothing going to the graveyard doing any effects. Alright. Most tournament players, now it's odd that he's using Diviner. That's like an early tier deck before people really understood how to use them. Oh, for a minute I thought it was a Geo Transverser. I thought I was going to see some spice. But sadly, no. I mean, that'd be pretty badass to use Geo Transverser and like Sulliek to give the opponent something like a Gen Duo and and then do a unlimited damage loop with like a metal dragon, black flare metal dragon. That'd be so funny. Because you could put a Sulliek down, right? And then you have a Merly in your deck. You've got the Gen Duo and some other level 2 that you can just throw on the field. Who cares? The Merly's only there so you can Sulliek the Gen Duo after you give it to your enemy. And then you do whatever thing you need to do to get the Flare Metal Dragon if it's not already on the field. I mean, that would be pretty fucking spicy. I don't think anybody would get mad at losing to that. Alright, Sprite's team. And they start with Sprite Red. Risky. Alright, we go Sprite Blue to Sprite Jet to Sprite Starter to Sprite Carrot. And we're going into Sprint with no XYZ monster yet. Why? Oh, because we're going to do Nimble Angler. Alright, Nimble Angler is going to then turn into Gigantic Sprite with Sprite Sprint as material, giving it 3,200 attack. They're still going to spawn it in defense mode in case the enemy has Lightning Storm. Or never mind, they were never planning to keep it anyway. Why did they put the elf there? They should have put it over there, unless they're not going to keep the elf. I don't know why they would do that, though. Swap Frog throwing a Swap Frog in the graveyard so that Ronin Totem can sacrifice it to summon itself, and then since it was used for a Link Summon, it goes to the graveyard, which then allows Ronin Totem to sacrifice it again. They XYZ into Melfi of the Forest. Melfi of the Forest attaches to add Melfi Caddy to the hand. They set Imperm and their Gamma Strike, and they put Caddy in defense position on the field. Trap, Trip, Garden. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Trap Tricks. Melfi Caddy going to immediately shotgun. It's a fact. Not sure if this is a good idea. But we'll see what happens here. They're ready to do a synchro play, apparently. And they're going to do something to that card, probably a negate. They're going to bring back the Sprint. Then hit the Masquerena, followed by a Max C from the enemy here. Pretty strong play, honestly, by the sprites here. They turn into Topple. Oh, shit. Okay. So they're just going to banish all of the traps. Sprite Red going to destroy that Trap Tricker. And you're going to see this Topologic guy right here a lot. The Trisbane. He's going to be around a lot in serious players' decks. Because now the Trap Tricks is flavor of the month. They want to get rid of all the traps on the field as often as possible. And in a special summon heavy deck like Sprites, you have a lot of ways to trigger that Topologic Trisbane. Alright, why did we do Gamma Burst now? Okay. Now, Melfi Caddy did summon itself to one of the link zones, and then... So they're going to return that to the deck for some reason. And there you go. Good amount of damage. A nice clean field for your turn. I guess it didn't matter that they used their Gamma Strike already because they had plenty of damage for this turn. I mean, can it get more clean than that? I don't think Traptrix understands that they are negated by and destroyed by a very powerful card that punishes them for overextending. If they're silly enough to to set 5, like a Labyrinth player, if they're silly enough to do that, it's extremely terrible. Even if they activate their traps, they're still going to take 2,500 damage guaranteed. Traptrix once more showing their flavor of the month status as Mermelio links off into Sarah. Traptrix Sarah going to then activate her effect, I'm sure. They pitch an evenly matched, which I guess would be useless to them since they're going first. We got Gravedigger's Trap Hole, which might be useful against this deck. I mean, they're going to send something to the graveyard, I think. They have Super Polymerization. They might just shotgun that immediately. Oh, it's Gene Raiders. Alright, so yeah, they're going to Super Poly, send Spore to the graveyard, and just like that, it's a clean field. Lone Fire Blossom going to send itself to the graveyard to summon Mardell, the Gene Raider boss. And now we have 2 Gene Raider boss stages in hand here. Spore going to activate its effect from the graveyard, triggering the Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Not sure if Spore really cares, though. Spore can always activate next turn. They put down the World Legacy. Oh god, there's so much happening. They're spawning all of the Gene Raiders. Monstrosity, yes. World Legacy Monstrosity. They put him back in the hand, but it doesn't matter because they've got Levitain. And Levitain can send itself out of here in order to do something real fun. Send Gormungder, who's got 2 pieces of material here. We're going to special summon from the graveyard Setter. Setter then does its field effect to bring Har to the field. And if that's not enough for game, nothing is. Will they use all 4 cards? They will not. They chose the Wings. Wings does double damage. So when it attacked directly, it did 3,000, not 1,500. And so they couldn't do all 4 cards. So I guess it's just as good that they finished them with a staple. That is a Labyrinth deck masquerading as a Tearlament deck. Wow, and Maxi. Oof. Good God, dude. Alright. Big ladies here. And we have Welcome and Trap Trick. You know that a duelist is doing his best if he uses Trap Trick last in his chain. Lady Labyrinth also is going to activate their effect in order to set a trap card to the field, which they can't activate this turn anyway. Trap Trick going to get Big Welcome set, and they are going to activate that right away, I am sure. Welcome Labyrinth is denied, but unfortunately Big Welcome is ready to play. Sword Soul Immersion is going to get Moye out of the deck. And they're going to show you Taya in order to get a little token over there. The lovely Lady of the Labyrinth is here to destroy cards and set cards from the graveyard. And Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle will be summoning herself from the hand again, making all of her cards untargetable. And that, my friends, is a non-targeting destruction, but unfortunately it can't destroy Big Lady. big lady sitting strong in the middle of the field where she belongs. And it looks like they're probably going to use their virus at some point next turn. Welcome Labyrinth sets itself from the graveyard as the chandelier tosses Labyrinth Archfiend. Labyrinth, the field spell activating. And they go in for a little bit of damage. Well, they don't have Raikou anymore. I mean, Raigeki. I say Raikou. Sword Soul Talia being shown from the hand again. Lady Labyrinth is going to put a normal trap from a different name from the deck. Probably, oh, there we go. Dogmatic Punishment. I was going to say Big Welcome, but Dogmatic Punishment's awesome. They're going to destroy thanks to the effect of their field spell. And Sarah's going to use her effect in order to grab a Labyrinth card from the deck. Baldrake is going to banish the Chandelier. Chandelier is now banished. Chandelier or whatever. They get a Ku-Clock. Ku-Clock's pretty cool. They can now activate one normal card, normal trap card they set this turn. They destroy the Tuner token. And Labyrinth is going to destroy the Bestial? No, it's going to summon Archfiend. Entis is going to destroy the Bestial. Labyrinth Archfiend is going to set a Mirror Force. Hello. And I think that's game. Because it is. Let's see what our next decks will be here, folks. It's looking like we're going to see a Ibli-Lock Sprite player, otherwise known as Evil Sprites. Swap Frog thrown to the field as a normal summon, going to toss a Swap Frog from the deck into the graveyard. Sprite Starter to the field. I wonder why they didn't start with Ibli. I would have just summoned Ibli and just gotten the Ibli-Lock immediately, because it would deny any Tearlament plays. But we don't really know what the opponent's deck is. All they've done is Max C. It was a Sprite player. Well, that's enough for games, so we will not see them play anything this duel. Listen, Kenpachi, I don't want to play the duels because when I play the duels, people surrender before I can do anything. So I can't even, like, showcase my deck. As great as it is, I can't even show them it. Man, dinosaurs with Nemesis support. Small World going to probably be used early on here. A Miscellaneousaurus is a very strong early play in order to get some cards from the grave and also protect them. No, not the grave, but the deck, and protect them. We've got the Adorned Arceosaur going to destroy the baby. Baby destroyed, going to do some real fun stuff here as they have a double evolution pill. Now, how are they going to FTK this? Baby gets summoned to the field, and Soul Eating Oviraptor destroys him. Baby, not once per turn, decides to bring out their Giant Rex. Omega Client, I hear you. It's all good, dude. It's not about who. It's not necessarily that I'm hurting for opponents. It's that the people that I duel in ranked are like, they either have the outs and they use, or they win the coin toss and they don't brick. So they win the coin toss, they go first, they don't brick, and they set up their board. Or I win the coin toss, I start setting up my plays, they catch on to what I'm doing after I've banished 20 to 30 of their cards, and then they surrender. Alright, so it looks like the enemy is a full-on punk deck with branded Bestial support. So it's Punk Bestial with a little bit of branded, mostly to support the Bestials though. Zalman gonna get Deer Note in the hand because they're paying. Punk Jam Extreme is gonna let them draw a card. And it also lets them banish a card from their graveyard that's a Punk card in order to summon a Punk card from the hand. Now they're going to summon Carp, Rising Carp rather, by using that guy in the middle's effect. Zalman going to increase the attack damage. Oh yeah, they'll just scoop. It's very common, especially if you play a strong FTK deck. I have a feeling I know who the next Synchro is going to be. It's a level 8 Synchro. Who is it going to be? It's Chaos Ruler. Let me tell you, the one thing that you can always predict is Chaos Ruler if they didn't have any Link monsters go to the graveyard first. No Link monsters, it's not going to be Savage Dragon. So if it's not Savage Dragon, it's our boy Chaos Ruler. Are they going to grab Nibiru? They grab Nibiru. Why would they grab Nibiru? It's dinosaurs. They summon a lot, but they already did it. They already did the whole combo. Pentastag is kind of banished, which kind of sucks. Don't know if they had more than one Pentastag in their extra deck, but if they don't, then that's kind of terrible that they lost the Pentastag. Pentastag very strong with the Super Destruction Saurus. Alright, Rebellion looping in order to get the Hieratic Soul in order to send that boy back to the deck. And they have Amazing Dragon to the field. They're going to go for game, ladies and gentlemen, but they're not paying enough HP. So they're going to have to figure that out. Deer Note going to show them Foxytune in order to summon Foxytune to the field. They then XYZ into Harbinger. Right, Harbinger is going to be there as a nice little negate. Bestial Sereneer is going to summon himself to the field. And of course, Bestial Druiswarm will also summon themselves to the field. Holy shit, okay, this is... Whew! They probably should have done that first. And they killed themselves. No, they can't. They cannot beat over Avramax. They, I guess, just wanted to show their full combo. This duel got me so excited when I started the stream because it's Archfiends, but they didn't end up winning. But it is cool to see Archfiends. Love seeing Archfiends in ranked. Archfiends are going to get all the support that they need soon. They just need Core of Chaos and the Chaos Beasts. And a couple of the Chaos extra deck monsters as well. Okay, Reactor Salon. This is some kind of god deck, I think. So it's either Obelisk, Ra, or Slifer. Could be all three. Could be a Dark Magician deck. It's hard to tell. A lot of legacy cards in our hand here. Versus a Dark Magician deck. They used Magikaribo like immediately. Scapegoat. Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a Scapegoat in our hand. Magikaribo using his effect because he just took damage to summon the Dark Magician. Oh yeah. I mean, we're gonna have Kashtira. Kashtira's gonna hit Master Duel, and it, like, only the strong will survive Kashtira. You know, people that tech in Nibiru, people that know to tech in 3 Nibiru. People that play decks with a lot of destruction effects. People that use things like Raigeki. You know, things that you gotta have 4 or 5 different ways to clear that field. But it's there, you know, Sphere Mode. People are gonna have I mean, I've already got a playset of Sphere Mode because when Kashtira hits the fan, you want to have Sphere Mode. Right. Well, that's true, but what are you gonna do? Oh shit! They throw their Metal Reflextime play right out here as they continue to do things. So since they did a special summon, the double magicians let them draw a card, and they put Eternal Soul on the top of the deck so that if they can draw again, they will be drawing that Eternal Soul. And they did. And that's the Eternal Soul. They're probably going to flip that Eternal Soul over pretty quickly. Egyptian God Slime hits the field, ladies and gentlemen, as Twin Twisters comes out to completely destroy their hopes and dreams as the, what's it called, Eternal Soul goes to the graveyard, but doesn't activate its effect because there are no Dark Magician cards to the field that were special summoned that way. Ra is full power and destroys the enemy with an extra 100 damage that even if they didn't lose any HP earlier, still would have been fatal. And it was a Ra deck, for anyone who was wondering. And by anyone, I mean me. I was the one that was wondering. We got an old school fan. He's got the sorting hats. He's got the Legacy Dual Field. He's got the normal monster card, but he doesn't have a Legacy mate. So he doesn't have the Dark Magician or the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but he does have a Blue Sprite, which means that he is a lawful alignment player. Usually these players will sit through your bullshit. They want to see what you've got. Why did you get Boot Sector Launch and not use it? Duelist A, you are clearly doing a Bestial Dragon Link deck, and you've drawn all of your Bestial cards, and you're up against a Performapal deck. This is not good for you. Branded Beast going to put that Magnamoot into the graveyard in order to destroy one of the Pendulum cards, but they don't go to the graveyard, they go to the extra deck, so you can't use your Bestials yet. Magnamoot, since he was special summoned, is going to add a dragon card to the hand. As Heavy Metal Foe's Electromite hits the field, this will add a Pendulum monster to the top of the extra deck. Duelist Alliance. Damn, he's just got everything, doesn't he? Double Irish Magician hits the field, and we're going to see his effect happen as he gets destroyed by the Metal Foes. Metal Foes is then going to draw a card. When a card is destroyed by a card effect, you get to add a card. And of course, Astrograph Sorcerer summons himself from the hand to the field. Hello, it's me, Astrograph. Wisdom Eye Magician added to the hand. And of course, we get our Star Pendulum Graph, which is the card that wins the duel for most Pendulum players. Wisdom Eye Magician as one of the scales, activating the other Pendulum Scales effect to add another card to the hand. Celine, the queen of the magician ladies. She takes 3 tokens off of herself and then summons a card to the field. Is that a 1600 Apollosa? The Bestials start using their effects here, but there's more than one of them, and Apollosa's only once per chain. Alright, she's no Naturia Beast. And she certainly is no A to Z Buster Dragon, who would have been able to negate both of those bestial effects. Oh my god, Dark Ruler no more. Oh my god, this is not a drill. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bestials just might win this duel. Unless... Astrograph Sorcerer? No Master of Magic? No Master of Magic. There's no Endymion. This is not Endymions. It's just Pendulum Magicians with Performapal Odd Eyes support. Time Pendulum Graph goes into the hand. This is a strong trap for the next turn. And we're going to start seeing the big play. Supreme King Dragon. And the Baldrake's like, no, don't do that. And the Appaloosa's like, I will use my last negate to stop you from stopping me. And now all the Bestials are in the graveyard. We're going to see some damage get thrown down here. Is it enough for game? It is! Performapal Magician Pendulum deck wins again. Oh, they do, huh? They have a new ZR card. Cool. Always nice to see Zexels being represented in the card game. Alright, I'm already rooting for Duelist A because he's using Dinomorphia. Though when I played a Banished deck, I hated Dinomorphia because Dinomorphia just fucked me. It just fucked me right up my booty hole. Gotta love Fusion Pendulums. Max C getting played early here into the Dinomorphia turn as they summon the Supreme King Z-Arc. And they decide to not do their summon traps because they don't want to make the enemy draw a bunch of cards when it's not their turn. And we see Ash Blossoms. Ash Blossom here, Ash Blossom there. Dinomorphia Frenzy says, thanks for negating my card, but unfortunately, I have another one. And so they're going to get our girl. Nope, never mind. They go right to the floodgate. They go right to the floodgate. They've negated their Diviner. Alright, that one's effect does not work on the field. Okay. What do we got here? His effect will work. No, wait, no, it won't work, but it doesn't matter. And yikes. What were you thinking? What were you thinking using a Psychic Gang Punisher? It's negated by Dinomorphia Rex term. Because you don't have less HP than your opponent. Well, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what the plan was there. But very handily defeated their opponent. Very easily. Absolutely disgusting. I don't know how to make this stupid heart thing. Like, I know it's there for me to react to stuff, but why do I need it? I have my avatar to react. Traptix Pudica. Alongside Dimension Shifter Shotgun play. Okay, so this is probably a Fluanderies player. Could be a Goaty though. They might be Goaty based instead of Fluanderies cringed. Traptrix Sarah going to be using their stuff. Now, of course, they can't rely on using anything from the graveyard for the next 2 turns. So I guess it doesn't matter though, because it's Traptrix and they just need what's in the hand. What the fuck is the opponent's deck? Set 3 pass into double Traptrix Sarah. Traptrix Dianea. Oh, Solemn Strike. Alright, it's a stun Andy. It's a stun Andy. Solemn Judgment says, you shall not do that. Solemn Judgment says, you shall not do that. Holy shit. Solemn Judgmenting a Solemn Judgment so you can Solemn Strike. Okay. Oh, wow. Maxi normal summon to the field so that they can special summon the Myrmelio out. Myrmelio tries to stop Crackdown. Crackdown says, you shall not do that. Shifter's literally is just destroys any graveyard deck. It denies your graveyard plays for 2 turns. 2 turns. And if you have a pile deck, it's over because you can't use any of your discards. Unless you have the anti-shifter deck that I have, which is it's a pile deck, but it's all like Metaphyz and Shiranui. And if they shifter my grass is greener, I fart on them. Okay, we got some spiders. Spider deck. Okay. You've got my attention, Duelist A. You have me slightly intrigued. Here's an archetype you never see. Magician's Soul's going to special summon Dark Magician right in the face of that Max C challenge. Right into a Kaiju. Right into the Kaiju. Alright, Kaiju, Spider's Web. Okay. Now they have to attack with that Kaiju unless they tribute it. They have to. They have to attack with it. Alright. Dark Magician Magical Circle is going to come into the hand here. They activate the Magical Circle, send the Secrets of Dark Magic to their hand. Wow, they're afraid to attack because of Spiderweb. Wabaku comes out. Why didn't you Harpy's Feather Duster? Do you really want to save it for the Eternal Soul? Don't you think it'll be too late? Like you'll already have your shit banished. You'll already have your shit banished. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. It could be that this is dual logs from the dual logs. And everybody's in defense mode. I mean, I've never seen spiders. Never seen spiders. We should check if dual logs is streaming. Is the dual logs streaming? The dual logs is not streaming, and the dual logs is not streaming. So this is not dual logs from the dual logs. They are not live right now. Or they're just playing for fun, which I don't think that happens. I don't think that they play for fun. Red fucking reboot. Red reboot says, "Oh, why don't you let me get rid of 2 of your Eternal Souls? Here, go ahead. Oh, why? What were you thinking? What were you thinking, Abe Lincoln?" Oh boy, we got double spider action out here, dudes. Summons a monster, you can change that monster to defense position. Summon 1 level 4 lower insect monster from your graveyard. They could get this maxi. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so their next turn is literally just them destroying the Eternal Souls. They didn't summon anything because there's nothing to summon. Alright, Eternal Souls are dead. Eternal Soul was activated, which means all your monsters are gone. And we've got everybody's favorite, Storming Mirror Force. Any of your special summoned cards from the extra deck are going all the way back. There's a banned trap card that has a Master Duel animation. Why would they make an animation for a card that they've banned? Konami, what are you thinking? Storming Mirror Force says, get those level 7s back into your hand, boy. Oh my god! Konami, what are you doing? What's that supposed to... It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna destroy it. Oh, lordy. I can't believe that they gave them the most infamous. Is it the one where you force like a fight for the end of the duel? I forget what it's called, but it's like final turn or something like that. Or like you do a battle with 2 cards from the deck, and if you win the duel regardless of what happened. Well, that was fun. That's called Last Turn. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Why would they make an animation for it? I guess because like in a duel room you can unban it, and I guess they want YouTubers to play with their you know what this card means, and you know what this card means, and you know what this card means. Actually, this card doesn't really mean anything. It's these 2 cards. We have a Golden Castle deck, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Castle, the Golden Castle Banish deck versus Time Lords. Oh, and they didn't summon a Time Lord to the field. Oh, they're gonna get lightning stormed. Is that a trap? No, it's Super Poly. But they didn't summon anyone because they have nothing to do. Yep. That's what it was. You just summon something that could just destroy the opponent's monster or make its attacks 0.0. And then you just won the duel. It's a really dumb card. And there's the Golden Castle of Stromberg. We're going to see the bird, the Strom bird, Glyph, the Phantom Bird. Alright, now the Time Lords are coming out. We're going to see some fusion plays here. Chimera? Yeah. Chimera. What kind of try-hard Time Lords deck is this that has all these fusions? Okay, and she has a graveyard effect? That's nuts. Raigeki says, get the fuck out of my field. And they don't have enough for game. And they left their card in attack position. They do have enough for game. GG. What a play. Can we be real here, guys? That was pretty awesome. That was pretty fucking awesome. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I haven't seen Time Lords do that before. That's why they had so many summon cards. Alright, Dragon Maids with Red Eyes versus Yawn, Ricka, Sun Avalon. I only thought it was Guardian Chimera because it was 3 monsters. And 2 of them were from the hand. Oh, okay. Sun Avalon doesn't do the Yawn play. Love the Dragon Maids have a welcome card similar to Labyrinth, but it's Dragon Maids. For all the weirdos that are into it. Okay, we're going to see the cringiest of the Dragon Maids, Xiaoru. Dragon form. Dragon Maid welcome. Brings that change time back, and they summon another dragon. And they're going to negate that Sun Avalon tree and send it to the graveyard. And thus summoning House Dragon Maid, which kills them. Why would you activate an effect? Was it it must have been an involuntary effect. Had to be an involuntary effect. There was no reason to activate an effect during the battle phase while that card's on the field. That is 6,000 damage you are agreeing to if you activate anything on the field during the battle phase. Absolute silliness. Labyrinth, more simps. This is just the month of simp Yu-Gi-Oh players. If you're a simp and you want a deck because you're a simp, this is the month to do it. Everybody else has their simp cards. Everybody's having a good time. Emancipator already getting the cards that they need from the mill. And Emancipator Researcher was already in the hand. Emancipator Researcher is denied by the Ash Blossom, but they had the Miru Guardian. But that also means that they can't Ash for the rest of the turn. Everybody loves a little tin dangling. Vernisylph Emancipator, they get another negate, and this, my friends, is an Appaloosa for the legends. This one's for the champions. Labyrinth Chandragler and Appaloosa says no. Appaloosa still has negates ready. Pot of Extravagance comes out. We're going to draw 2 cards. They get the Imperm. Welp. Sometimes you summon Appaloosa and you get to negate the opponent out of whatever they have. Sometimes they draw 2 cards and get 1 Imperm. That Appaloosa's dead. That Appaloosa is kaput. That Appaloosa is gone. It has ceased to be. 3,000 attack on the field. They're going to need another 5,000 to get the kill. Compulsory evacuation device being used here as Lady of the Silver Castle's effect on the field activates. They toss the lovely Lady of the Labyrinth into the graveyard with Chandelier to get Big Welcome Labyrinth onto the field, as well as the Dogmatica Punishment. They still need 5,000 damage, however, and they're gonna bring out lovely Labyrinth Lady, lovely. And does that card have any attack power? I'm not sure, but they're gonna use Big Welcome, so it doesn't matter. Imperm for no reason. Alright, that's game. Oh, never mind. We threw... She's in the hand. I thought she was on the field. But they just used Welcome Labyrinth to set itself to the field. IKEA deck. Who would have thunk? Destroy a card in the hand. And it was Side Driver. What a crappy place to have Side Driver in. Bro, what are you doing? You have game. End the duel. End the duel. Thank you. I guess... What? They didn't have game? Oh, I thought that was... Oh, that was game. Oh, wait, no, they did have game. They just didn't do it. Why would you wait till this turn? Whatever. And there's the Psy Frame Gear. They knew that there was a Psy Frame Gear at some point, but then they get Ash Blossoms. You can Ash Blossom a Psy Frame Gear? Why? Why is that okay? Well, GG. God damn. 2 ashes in the hand have never been more useful. Oh shit, Keldo says, hey, nice cards in your graveyard. It would be a shame if they went back in your deck. Not that it matters, because I'm going to lose the duel. Welcome Labyrinth going to summon something else as Lady Labyrinth of the... Did they forget about Psy Frame Gear? They forgot. They must have forgotten about Psy Frame Gear. That's going to destroy their lady. No, wait, no it doesn't, because it can't be destroyed. Never mind. It literally didn't matter. Why even use the Psy Frame Gear? That's right, you can't destroy her with card effects, and you can't target any of the trap cards with effects, and you can't target any Labyrinth cards with effects. Because this is just so fair. Like, we're having such a good, fair time. What a wonderful deck. How fair and fun. Just need to have Banish. What can I say? Just need to have Banish. Uh-oh, demons. The DDDs. King DDD in the house. And he had a contract in his beginning hand. This could be. I repeat, this could be a turn 1 DDD lock. DDDs don't really care much about max C because they can lock you out of every monster. Alright, what you got? You got Imperm? You got Imperm for your boy? Did you notice the I don't know if you've I mean, you said you don't play Master Duel, so you're about to see something pretty cool. Here it comes. So you know how Imperm, it has a column and it was never marked or anything before? Well, guess what? Now it is. There's a little effect now. So now you have even less of a reason to fall. Compulsory activation. And we're adding cards to our hand, then put on the field. Then activating Big Lady of the Silver Castle. Dimensional Barrier. But you can't Dimensional Barrier DDD. They'll just do what one of the other They'll do one of the other summon types that they had. I wouldn't be surprised if there were. Of which I would assume the cyber board is the best if they both have it, though. You have to both have the board. If one of you doesn't have the board, then you're gonna see the column. So... Okay, Dimensional Barrier says no pendulum monsters. Oh shit, I didn't realize that that could stop pendulum monsters. That actually is pretty detrimental to DDD. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop them from being pendulums. And so, they destroy, and they have evenly matched. Why did you set evenly matched, DDD player? Alright, the Appointer of the Red Lotus, which I can't believe is unbanned. I thought it was banned, but it's not. Maybe it's limited? I don't know. The Pointer of the Red Lotus tossing that griffin up in the hand, dude. Alright, so are they gonna try to dimension shift? Yeah, I know it's completely banned in TCG, but I thought it was banned here too, but I guess not. It must be limited. I know that there's something that they did to that card. Well, it doesn't matter, because DDD lost, because DDD didn't have... It wouldn't have mattered. It would not have mattered. Because they didn't go first. Oh, there you go. What the fuck is this deck? Oh, it's Gene Raiders. Kujikiri Curse. Send 1 level 9. Field of the Graveyard. Oh, it's trade-in for level 9s. Ha! Man, you see so many different cards these days. Edgem Scythe. Is this a Fluffle? Do we get to see the Fluffles deck? I have seen a few people actually play competitive level Fluffles. Oh shit, what a great card the Fright for Cruel Whale is. And I think that they just won the duel. I'm pretty sure they just won the duel. I do like the little effect that they have that shows the total attack damage. It doesn't always show it, which is weird. But it does have like an automatic calculator that shows how much attack that is on the field. Thunder Dragon Colossus in the zone. That's already almost enough. That is game. That is game. Ladies and gentlemen, that's game. Right? Yeah. Because he can power himself up. That's right. Yeah. Wow. But man, Fluffles, you love to see him win. You love to see them win. It doesn't have new duels. Why doesn't... I wish that this had like a refresh button where you could see newer duels. Because even if I back out of it, right? And I go... Instead of going through the Duel Live button up there, if I click Duel Live over there and watch a duel... I still think it'll have those same duels. Whoa! Some kind of Buster Dragon swordsman branded with synchro plays? Question mark? What? Alright, Ash Blossom the Pot of Prosperity, making all those banishes for nothing, though most of the time people that play those cards don't... Oh no, it's a Trickstar. Oh no, it's not a Trickstar. I thought that that was the Room of Nightmare. It was the Temple of Kings. God damn it, I got tricked again. Alright, Prologue of the Destruction. That doesn't negate. Destruction Sword Memories says, you're gonna become a dragon soon, lady. And here comes the Buster Blader. Lady Labyrinth sets a card, but it doesn't it's too late. It's literally too late. All of your cards have been negated. You can no longer activate monster effects. Whoa. Whoa. We're gonna synchro, and they didn't use Dimensional Barrier. Barone can't destroy her with his effect. Oh, man. Wait, Dimensional Barrier can negate him. Oh. Wow, I hate Labyrinth. Oh. God, they are so cringe. Oh, just lose to the enemy's cards. Alright, so we're going to see Destiny Hero, which lowers the attack of a card, but not the defense. Alright, Phoenix Destroyer's back, baby. Alright, and what's he gonna do? He's gonna destroy, I guess, the other set card. Whoa, dude. We are just powering out. See, what I like about Labyrinth is that they use a lot of cards from their deck. So as somebody who uses grass is greener, I like decks that farm their own deck for you. But it's cringe. Pearly. As long as Kashtira's still there when Pearly's there, I don't care. But unfortunately, I don't think that Super Heavies are going to ever get to the consistent FTK, even if their support comes to Master Duel. Unless Konami purposely, makes it so that they can do it. Big welcome, Labyrinth. What are we destroying? What are we going to destroy? You can't destroy her. You can't. They didn't even have to muckracker that. Albaz couldn't use his effect because he got destroyed. And now the Buster Swordsman in the hand there is going to get destroyed. And we're going to prologue of the destruction in order to, I guess, do something. It didn't do anything. Why did he? He should have waited until after that effect. Because then if he used it, then he could have done it. Ugh, cringe. Alright, well. GG's. Why? Huh? I guess, who cares? I would have just let him use his effect, but it doesn't matter, I guess, if you send him to the deck. Which wouldn't have negated him, by the way. This is taking too long. Let's go to the next duel. Really depressed that we can't see any new ones. Also, what the hell is this? Predaplants? That's Heroes versus Cubics. Traptrix versus whatever the fuck that is. Branded Bestials versus Heroes. Sprite versus the Mystery Deck. And random. Well, you can't expect Konami to get it right on the first try, I guess. It would be nice if they had a refresh button or something that showed a bunch of other duels. But shrug. Lord knows they have enough players that have public replays. All it has to do is just press a refresh button and it pulls from a public replay. Alright. That's pretty standard Blue Eyes opening. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon summons itself to the field. White Stone activates itself in the graveyard again to get another Jet Dragon. This is a pretty strong board, actually, because the Jet Dragons are protected. Just kidding. Evenly matched. And it's Labyrinth. Like this Blue Eyes player. Why even play? I just soy jacked. Oh my god. Wow. That's so sad. This is so sad. Poor Blue Eyes. Poor Blue Eyes. Doesn't have any protection on the field. He's doomed. No point to even want. Like, he's doomed. You have to have their Eternal Soul card if you want to keep a Blue Eyes on the field. Otherwise, they're doomed. They are doomed. Okay, this is Plunder Patrol. Plunder Patrol Adventure. Okay, so we're not Runic Plunders. There might still be room for Runic, though, because they've been hit a lot. So, we'll see. Alright, we're going to do a big branded combo. I'll be back when that's done. We're going to wind up with Ice Jade and some other schmuck on the field, maybe. Bestial Lubellion. Set a Bestial branded trap on the field. Magnemite comes out from the hand. Gonna add a dragon to the hand at the end of the turn. Tri-Brigade gets banished, so we can add Albion the Shrouded Dragon to the hand. Albion Shrouded Dragon. Discards a branded trap. Branded Sword banishes itself in order to recover a banished card. Tri-Brigade Mirror Courier is back in the hand. Albion the Branded Dragon sets branded banish. Wait, branded what? No, that's not the one I'm thinking of, right? It can't be. It can't be the one I'm thinking of. That's a different one. It's called branded, like, branded you surrender now. Why do you play? Why do you play Plunder Patrol? If you're not willing to play it, why do you play? Yeah, I think it's Expulsion, yeah. I'm like, he's not doing some kind of spicy play, is he? Speaking of spicy, we got some kind of Cymorg deck here. Not Fluendaries. Cymorg, pure Cymorg. And it's all the Cymorg cards. Okay, we are not going to see Fluendaries this duel. That is exciting. Cymorg Onslaught, going to pitch Cymorg, the big bird, to grab the Lord of the Sky Cymorg, and then Dark Cymorg. Cymorg is like Yu-Gi-Oh's Lugia, where it has a Dark Lugia, and then the good Lugia, and then the Lugia that sleeps in the sea. Tri-linked into the Bird of Sovereignty. Holy moly, do we look at this field. Look at this field. Performa Pals. Oh, it's a suicide deck. Shit. Man, oh. Are they a bot? They might be a bot. Ugh. Yikes. It's Lugia and Ho-Oh and all the other legendary birds. There's Lugia, Ho-Oh, Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos, and I think that's all the birds. Then they have the Galarian versions of themselves. Alright, that's either a really bad trap trick start or a really good labyrinth start. Oh, you fool! Naturia Exterio says, nice traps, forehead. Try to activate any of them. No. Hey, nice infinite impermanence. That's real cute. That's real good. No. Somebody woke a dragon, dude. But drew a swarm. But Maxi, Lady of the Silver Castle, comes to the field. Maxi, draw that card. Alright, they gotta find a way to beat over that. Oh. Well. Have you ever seen something so hype fizzle so quickly? Oh shit. That is unfortunate, isn't it? Brother. Could that be Marshmallow? Could it be Marshmallow, ladies and gentlemen? It could be. You're ruining my avatar again. Why do you have to stand there? You could stand, like... What do you mean, isn't it lunchtime? What do you want to get? A sandwich? That's the Guts theme song. I don't want to be horny anymore. I just want to be happy. Oh, 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 oh. Do you mind? Why do you want sandwiches? Are taco sandwiches? Do those count? Well then, why are you doing that? That's not what affection is. Affection isn't banging your forehead against somebody's thigh. Okay? I'm no authority on relationships, but let me tell you. If you look up affection in the dictionary, there will be nowhere underneath its definition that it says bang your head on the dude's thigh. Or changing where you're banging your head against does not fix the problem. Why don't you want tacos?
I don't like. They're not my go-to.
They're not my go-to either. It's just I haven't had tacos in a while. Neither of you.
I want taco.
Why don't you want taco? What about anything else on the Taco Bell menu?
Yeah.
They have the Crunchwrap Supreme. They have...
If you really want Taco Bell, just get the box again.
Well, don't you want, like, I'll get you, like, a burrito. They have the... I got you that special one before, remember?
I want something spicy.
Yeah. Well, they come with sauce. They have, like, the fire sauces. Could you stop? You're hurting me. Like, you're just scratching the edge of my belly. It really hurts. That's why I get so aggravated so quickly when you do it. Because you are scratching me with your fingernails. Something spicy. I know they have their ghost pepper stuff. While we watch this labyrinth player lose to the labyrinth player. Right now, the two big decks are Trap Tricks, which is a plant deck, and Labyrinth, which is a fiend deck. Oh, they're gonna virus them. Well, Well,
I just don't.
what?
I just don't.
You just want what? Just type it to me in Discord as you're whispering. This is surprisingly back and forth. German Nats moment. Alright, Chandelier to the hand. Big welcome Labyrinth on the field. Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle on the field. Eradicator Epidemic Virus is going to destroy any and all trap cards, but the trap cards can activate themselves before it happens. Okay. Oh, yikers. That was actually a bad one to get destroyed, but they didn't really have a use for it, unfortunately. Whoa, you can't activate that. You can do that while under Epidemic Virus? I guess so. But you know what Epidemic Virus can't negate? The field spell. They might still win this out, even after getting virused. These guys don't want to get virused. That's for sure. See what they draw. They're not drawing trap cards, which is nice. The Light Force Sword's effect allows them to... Right there. Oh, wow. Labyrinth. Summons a Labyrinth card to the field. Labyrinth setup. Hits the field. At some point, it's going to be the only card that they're going to be allowed to use when they use Epidemic Virus to destroy any and all traps. Ooh, we're going to be returning this field spell to the hand. Ariana's back on the field. Wait, was that Big Lady? Wait, how? I thought she couldn't be destroyed. I guess she can only be destroyed by Labyrinth effects. Oh, he doesn't have a set card. Damn. Oh, damn. That's good to know. So if you Feather Duster a Labyrinth player that has Big Lady from the Labyrinth on the field, and you Feather Duster all their traps, she's no longer invincible to destruction. Alright, we're going positive here, positive there. Why is she in battle mode? Alright, Epidemic Virus says you can't have that card. The enemy's Labyrinth spell has been destroyed once more, but it can be recovered from the graveyard by other Labyrinth cards. The Chandelier being used again to bring big welcome. It's just been their same 3 cards in their deck over and over and over and over again. And Epidemic Virus says you can't have that card. Doesn't matter though, because they can set it from the graveyard. Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle Lady. Big welcome. Brings lovely Labyrinth. And they put their Ariana back into their hand. Lovely Labyrinth activates her effect to destroy the last card in that person's hand. Followed by Ariana. Followed by Stovey. Followed by Chandelier. Followed by Welcome Labyrinth. Going back to the field. Like at some point, one of them has to lose, right? I'm thinking this guy's gonna lose. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It is a duel between 2 people playing Labyrinth Labyrinth is at a very high power level right now. And so what they're trying to do is kill each other. And I was right. The guy on top does eventually lose. He was in a position where he was doing pretty good, but he eventually crashed his lovely lady and he didn't have enough cards to stop the onslaught. Alright, hopefully we'll get a different deck this next duel. We've seen a lot of Labyrinth duels. I'd like to see something else. Please. Thank you. Alright, we got Goki Pole. I don't even know what this deck is. It's a Shizu. It's XYZ. Okay, Dweller? Nope, it goes right into Dugaris to discard the Yugioh, obviously. Alright, Yugioh goes to the graveyard. Mills 5. Trip Clown summons himself for 1000 HP. Yugioh sends Kelbeck in those first 5 cards, which I believe that there can be 2 Kelbecks in the deck, so it's not that crazy. So this is Tearlament with insects and Lightsworns. And, like, there's a Goki Pole for some reason. Lightsworn Wolf is a free level 4 when he's sent to the graveyard. Reinhardt's going to send another Tearlament card to the graveyard. Sheeran's going to shuffle itself and another card from the graveyard into the deck in order to fusion summon Kit Kalos from the extra deck. Merle sent to the graveyard, going to probably activate her effect next. Yes? No, she doesn't. Alright, Minerva is going to be used here to discard even more cards. This might be a recycler deck, boys. We might be seeing another iteration of a recycler combo deck. We're throwing a lot of cards in the graveyard for me to not think it's a recycler deck. We're going to see Rule Kalos summoned here to prevent... Oh, never mind, it's Kaleido Heart. Why did you summon Kaleido Heart? Alright. Minerva sending more cards to the graveyard. And we're going to get Celine? Yep, that's Celine. The queen of the whatever the hell. Sheeran sends Fairy Tale Snow, and they also milled another Fairy Tale Snow in the 3 that oh shit, it's Shadow Priestess Loop. Shadow Priestess Loop is here. Shadow Priestess Loop is here, ladies and gentlemen. Snow banishing 7 cards, and they're summoning another Celine, the Queen, in order to get more fodder for the Shadow Priestess. Lumina, the Twilight Sworn, going to banish a card in order to summon a card from the banish pile. Goki Pole gets thrown. And now Goki Pole uses his graveyard effect in order to get another Mothman. Okay, interesting. And Lightsworn's going to send more cards to the graveyard. Lumina, the Lightsworn Shaman, is once more going to use her field effect to put more cards in the graveyard. And ladies and gentlemen, the Shadow Priestess of Ohm will do another... What is that, 3,200 damage? Oh, Jesus. We are going hard in the paint right now. Access code talker for no reason whatsoever. I guess just for the material. This is crazy. I love this. I love loop decks like this. And he's going to replenish the Selenas and the access code talker. And Selena's going to make sure that we get more cards. We banish the Shaman. Shaman summons itself. Ohm destroys another card. Shaman sends the Mothman. And they're going to banish the Shaman. Shaman summons itself. Ohm Priestess. Sending more cards to the graveyard. Destrudo comes out. Ohm sends him into the deck. Ohm sends themselves. Game over. Wow. How do you like that? Love loop decks like that. We were in Diamond, ladies and gentlemen. That guy's been doing that to get to Diamond. Yikes. That's pretty unforgiving, ladies and gentlemen. That is a majorly strong deck. Gifts. That's not actually what I wanted. I wanted this one. Alright, so we got a Trap Tricks deck versus a Dark Magician deck with Gradles. Alright, that's a pretty strong move because that's going to also destroy this thing. Never mind, no it's not because it's not treated as a trap. Very cool. Gravedigger's Trap Hole, going to not only negate the Max C, but do 2,000 damage for free. However, the rest of the trap cards are going to be destroyed, but Sarah gets to grab a Trap Tricks monster. When it's special summoned, you can put a whole trap back, and because they used an effect, they get another Trap Hole. The Illusion of Chaos is going to start milling their deck for what they need for the day. And Dark Magician hits the field. Monster Reborn, or Reborn the Monster, if you watched the anime. Blackluster Soldier is actually a very strong move here. He's going to destroy Sarah, which then allows him to banish a card on the field if he so desires, but instead he desires to give himself 4,500 attack. Not sure why he would do that, honestly. I would rather go for the banish, honestly, if we're going to be honest here, and I am very honest, much to my detriment most of the time. We have a, oh, okay, so they're gonna Avermax. Alright, Avermax is here. Avermax's ability gives him the attack damage of an enemy's special summon monster. And then it allows him, which of course allows him to always do 3,000 damage no matter who he hits. Avermax, of course, cannot be targeted, but he can be destroyed. But unfortunately, they made him with Appaloosa. No, not Appaloosa. What the fuck is her name? IP Masquerina. They made it with her. So if you use her as a link material, you can't be destroyed. So he has to be either banished, returned to the hand, or deck, obviously. Or, yeah, that's it. He has to be banished, sent to the banish pile, returned to the deck, or returned to the hand, or sent to the graveyard. Not destroyed, sent to the graveyard. Those are the only ways that you can get rid of him. Otherwise, he's staying there. So this is an actually pretty interesting little fun play here, where they put the Dark Magician in defense mode because it was gonna gain the 2,500 attack anyway. But it doesn't matter because it's over, baby. It's over, baby. Over, baby. Alright. Alright, so this looks like Thunder Dragon Bestials with their Royal Rare Allure of Darkness, ladies and gentlemen. Yikes, my dude. Yikes. And what is the enemy? The enemy duelist, I don't know yet, but they have the backs from the World's Championship qualifiers, which anybody could get, I might add. Alright, they can't add any more cards to their hand. They can still draw cards. They can't add a card. So if they The difference between adding a card and drawing a card is that when you add a card, you can pick it. You pick which card you get. But if you draw a card, it's just whatever card's at the top of the deck, or however many cards are at the top of the deck that in which you will be drawing. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Alright, so we're seeing a whole lot of branded bestials here. Kelbeck gonna send more stuff to the graveyard here. Tearlament's graveyard effects are well known by anyone who has had to fight them. Oh, nice. Triple Tactics talent takes away one of the bestials and then super polys the other two. Oh, never mind. They still have one bestial on the field, but it doesn't matter because they have a Dragostapelia. Dragostapelia, of course, has a quick effect that negates the effects of one monster on the field, while also putting a Predaplant counter on the monster, which reduces their level to 1. Snake Eyes. Yeah, that'd be fun. Alright, we're seeing lots of Tearlaments using their summoning effect from the graveyard to summon more cards. We're going to be spinning that Lubellion back into the... Oh, never mind. He was then sacrificed by Branded Blast. But Fairy Tale Snow comes out by banishing 7 cards from the graveyard. But why? I don't know. Maybe just for extra damage. Oh, they didn't draw a bestial. Well, that's the end of the duel. Oh yeah, brother. I love old cards because I'm an old man. Bum 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 ba da dum ba bum 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 ba dum ba dum ba da dum da da na 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 na. All right, what do we got now? Oh, someone's messaging me. Ah. Oh, just messaging me on Steam. I don't know where. Sorry about that. So it's another Tearlament's deck, but this one looks like a pure Tearlament's deck, so you can expect a whole lot of shenanigans and not a lot of punishment. Uh-huh.
Hello, this is Adam.
Son of a bitch. Alright, I have to go. To leave the stream momentarily to go bother her. I am gonna order the box, but you said you wanted something else. There isn't any. So is there anything else? It looks like the spicy stuff that they had before is no longer on their menu.
That's it.
And then you'll use the sauces. You don't want your own little box? Like some of the smaller combos? Punch wrap or something?
What do they have for sweets?
Oh, they have a what?
What do they have for sweets?
Well? This one? Or this?
I like this one.
That is true.
That's
Nothing
it.
else?
What picture for the book?
We'll see. Alright. Please don't.
No.
What do you mean, why? Dragon Overlord. Dark World? Huh. So it's a tiers... The tier limit Dark Lords... Dark World deck. Uh-oh. This thing was set to the wrong address again. I hate when that happens. Try it again. I almost made a horrible mistake. I know there's something weird about the delivery fee. Alright. These duels have been the same 4 decks over and over and over again. I need a break. It's weird to see, like, Dark World mixed with Tearlaments, though. What the fuck? Supreme... This is all over the place, this deck. They only have 10 cards left in their deck. Bro, you have 2 cards in your deck. What are you doing? Alright. Oh shit, they're up against a Banish deck. But they didn't use the Woof Aloof. Agidus. Druid Swarm says, no, Merly, you can't. But then they said, haha, it was all a ruse. I was actually going to use the cards on the field to do this. Sheeran is then able to activate their graveyard effect while Kick Kalos also activates their field effect. And they're going to get a Kaleido Heart to the field. Kaleido Heart takes the field. Havness uses their graveyard effect. Now, are they going to make Rule Kalos? No, they're not. They're going to make... Yes, they are. Never mind. I thought they were going to make something else with the Kick Kalos, but they didn't. Which is fine. I'm not judging anyone. Alright, that's a clear field. But 4 cards in the hand is a lot to work with for Thunder Dragons. They have a lot of cards in the graveyard. I have to take a bathroom break. I'm going to take a break from the stream for a little bit because I've been at this for about 2 hours and I need a break. Oh, I might not even be able to wait that long. I don't know how long this turn's going to be. Oh. Shit, they're going for broke though. This might be the last turn of the duel. Change of plan. There's another taco. Tacos. And spice. Alright, is this battle still going or is it a new one? It's a new one. It's a new one because that guy has 8,000 life points. Whew, sorry, I really had to pee. And poo. Alright. Oh shit, he's got all the cards he needs except for one. And he's about to get it right now. Chaos form, pitching the Blue Eyes White Dragon to summon Chaos Max Dragon. Pow. You can't destroy him, you fool. And because he waited, he had that mirror force too. Alright, so this is straight up Naturia Ishizu versus someone who's got Royal Decree. Because it's an I guess that it's a stun Andy, and he's trying to stop Labyrinth. But it's not a Labyrinth deck, so... Oh shit, well... Naturia Beast, too strong. Uh-oh, you put the angler down in the graveyard, but it doesn't matter if it's on the field. It has to go from the deck or the hand. Gravekeeper's Trap will not be throwing anything away here. What cards? Like, it's a Sprite deck, but he has no level 2 cards in his hand? How hard can you brick, brother? I'm sorry, man, but this sucks. This is a shitty deck. That just didn't go well for you, brother. I have to. You're driving me crazy. Ugh. I'm thinking I get you a bowl. But look at the bowls and tell me which one you want. Because there's a lot. I didn't say to bring her. She can't be out here.
She's emotional support.
She can't be out here.
Emotional support.
Put her back in the cage. So there's pork, shrimp, fish.
Or beef.
Ground beef.
Is there cut like steak?
No. That's another... There's tofu.
No.
So. Hello?
What are those keeps going up?
There's bowls, and then it's burritos and tacos.
Look at the burritos.
They're the same thing as the bowls, but in a burrito. These are the tacos. Is hot chicken taco, which is Nashville fried chicken on a taco.
It's deep fried. Give that to
This one. How many do you want? You just want one taco.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna have deep fried chicken, chili oil, topped with garlic mayo, lettuce, pickled onions, and cilantro.
Mm.
I'll get you some rice. Want anything to drink?
I would like. I'll try that Topo Choco mineral water. Oh, yeah.
I can think of a few reasons.
What do they have for dessert?
You don't get a dessert. Do you see how expensive this is already? Another Mexican rice. Okay, thank you, bye.
I don't want Mexican rice. If I can switch it out for a dessert.
Goodbye. If you don't want the rice, there's cookies if you need desserts. If you need a dessert to finish your meal, but as long as you're eating something other than cookies.
Aren't you disappointed, Houdini? You're disappointed.
I hope she is.
That your father
I hope that she
refuses
loses sleep.
to
I'm not her father.
to give me
Her father is a
sustenance.
ferret. This is Telements with Abyss Dragon. Sword Souls? Sword Soul Tears? Okay, now take the ferret back. So we
Her
have.
name's Houdini.
You want me to say her name on stream? What about your name? Her name's Houdini. Well, we are Eldritch Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Who the hell plays Stun Sprite, by the way? Can we be real for a second? Like, Sprite's already got enough control built into the offensive deck. There's no reason to play control with it. Maybe with like a Gozen match. Yeah, Runic Sprite is, but that's because it's a Runic deck. The Runic is the stun part, and the Sprite is there to flood the board. They didn't have Runic as far as I saw. It was just Sprite cards, and then they had nothing. Because they didn't have enough Sprite. And that Telements deck wiped the floor with Eldritch Gaming, sadly. You hate to see it happen. I was going to take a break, but after going to the bathroom, I feel revitalized, so I'm going to continue a little further. Because I'm such a good boy. I think I'll go to like 4 hours before taking an official break, unless one of my friends wants to stream something. Looks like Numerons. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. And he just has a bunch of negates in his hand because he's all psi frames. So this is a pure Psy-Frame deck. Like, you don't get to see the Psy-Frame deck that often. Mostly because the Psy-Frame deck kind of shows its hand as soon as you use anything other than Psy-Frame Gamma. Alright, Omega versus Numerons. I thought that it was just Psy-Frame. I thought that they were both Psy-Frame Gammas. You get so used to Psy-Frame Gamma being the only Psy-Frame that whenever you see two of them, you're like, oh, okay. I wonder why he's got two drivers. That's weird. In his Numeron hand. But ironically, I could just claim that I predicted that the enemy was a Numeron deck when in fact they were not. They were it was my misinterpretation of the current deck. Alright, they're gonna kaiju him to go for the victory here. Youch. That's right. Welcome back, Kenpachi. I decided to do more duels because I feel revitalized after my poopy. So, here we are. Alright, Psy-Frame Omega's back in the deck. I don't think that they can negate an attack, can they? Does Delta do that? Nope. I'm sorry that you had to see your Psy-Frames get done so dirty. He did try to hold his own, but oh shit, I forgot. You don't have to press that button. You can just wait. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just as fast. Whatever. I don't care. I didn't do anything wrong. Oh. Branded Bestials, most likely. With a DD Crow play. Just because Bestials aren't consistent enough, as it seems. You gotta have a DD Crow in there. Diviner of the Herald. Is this Drytron Heralds? No, it's Dogmatica. Oh, God. Salamangreat Almirage gets summoned to the field, sending the Diviner of the Herald to the graveyard. And I think that's Ecclesia. Yeah. Ecclesia summons herself from the hand, allowing them to do something fun, but they can't because they drew a motherfucking snow off of the Mech C. Battle phase does come into play, however, because they do have a monster. White Nadir. Nice. Secure Gardener, used just to put stuff into the graveyard. Also to protect himself from any strange effect damages. I think a lot of graveyard decks should think about putting Secure Gardener in there. Like, just kind of summon him out early. I might replace IP Masquerena with him. That does make me susceptible to somebody ghost ogering my... What's it called? My, oh my god. I literally just forgot what I was saying mid-sentence. I can't believe that just happened to me. I forgot. I literally forgot. Like, my brain just turned off for a second. As soon as I start seeing branded Bestials, I can't think anymore because I'm just filled with so much anger at how stupid, brainless, shotgun heavy those decks are. And there's like no nuance to it. It's just, oh, my opponent's doing something, I better shotgun a Bestial. I hate it. And then they've still got Max C after all this time. Bestial ball drop. The opponent did something, I better activate a Bestial. And then bada bing, let's get rid of the enemy's Bestials. Into Wings of Resonant Life. God, and they have that evenly matched just sitting there waiting. This is so rude. This is so rude. This is rude. There's rudeness happening in this match right now. Why did you even use that? It would have been better for you to not send them to the graveyard and instead use the evenly matched. Well, I guess you can activate your branded trap now. Right? Ooh. Well, your branded trap is negated. You might as well use it. No? What are you doing, brother? Just flip it over. Do something. Use it. You have too many cards. Alright, well, so we're gonna wait till this turn to use it. Now is he gonna use it? Oh, there goes your extra deck, buddy. Dogmatic Calamity comes to the hand as well as an Ecclesia. Dogmatic Calamity automatically sent. Whoa, the ultimate battle machine has been sent to the graveyard to summon everybody's favorite Dogmatica, Albazoa. Down goes another sis. Dead. Thank you for playing. You fucking fool, you shouldn't have done the BC. They just shotgun the bestials. You can't play it that way. You need to know what your own cards are on the field. Banishing cards would have been far better. Oh well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway at the end of the day. He was doomed. Alright, here we go. Cyanide Mining. It's MathMech Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. We got a mathematician on the enemy's team, and they just got drolled and locked. They are not going to get the MathMech Circular secondary ability to add the equation to their hand, but they are going to use Splash Mage to put MathMech Subtraction onto the field. Then summon Transcode Talker, re-summon Splash Mage, MathMech Addition, adds himself to the field. Now they have Heat Soul, that'll allow them to draw a card. Maybe, I guess not. Draw a Lockbird doesn't let you draw cards? I thought it was just that you can't add cards to your hand. Did I read that wrong? Alright. And he didn't? What? I'm so confused by the decisions that are being made by this guy right now. Why would you not negate Heat Soul? Well, he's got to go for the kill this turn. Dark Cyber Dragons, regular Cyber Dragons, it doesn't matter. You've got to go for the kill right now. If you do not kill him, you are doomed. Especially if he gets an update jammer at some point. Cyber Dragon Infinity hits the stage. And we used one of the other extra deck monsters to get our Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. Alright, is this the kill? No. Not even close. Seeger? Why now? Use battle phase. If this card is not declared an attack, you can target one machine monster. Target him. Neither player takes any damage from attack. Whoa. You didn't have anything else, MathMech? God, without that trap card, the MathMech equation one. Without it, they're nothing. They literally have nothing. If he had another Cyanide Mining, he would have won that. Dark World. Nope, Dark Lord. Sorry, it's Dark Lord. Alright. We're in a very fucking Dark Lord Nurse burn deck. Okay, we're burning. We be burning, not concerning what nobody want to say. And he grabbed another trap trick. Threw a trap trick to draw another trap trick. Okay, that's fine. Alright, all this doesn't fucking matter, does it? It is now your turn. Oh, cool, you got a Druid Swarm. Do you have anything in your deck that can stop this madness? No, you don't. You do not. Because they have the poison card. Standby phase, main phase 1, and here we go. Bestial Druid Swarm going to banish the Dark Lord Nurse. Mud Dragon doing its thing. And here we go, bad reaction. With a try and guess, followed by Trap Trick that's going to set another trap card from the deck, probably another try and guess. No, it's the Paths of Destiny. Alright, well, they are definitely taking damage there, and Paths of Destiny will now half their HP. And it literally doesn't matter what they get on their flip, and Gift Card literally wins them the duel next turn. So, thank you for playing. We draw a card, Gift Card, 3,000 life points, you're dead, you lost to a stupid gimmick burn deck because your Bestials can't stop it. Thank you for playing Bestials. Thank you for playing Bestials. Please don't come back. Thank you for playing Bestials. Please. Nurse Burn. Oh shit. We have an Elemental Hero Honest in our hand. And Elemental Hero Blaze. This is Heroes, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just someone who's using Honest for its effect to do a spicy little play later. Mirror Force. That trap is almost as old as some of the people that play this game. Goaties! See ya. Judai Gaming. Share if you play. Ash Blossom and the Joyous Spring says, no, sir. No, sir. But can he stop Fire Soul Man? I don't think so. And so we see Polymerization hit the field with an actual summoning of Hero Sunrise with hero monsters and not just random slime monsters. Oh my god, he got another Mirror Force. Miracle Fusion. I can't breathe. Absolute zero. This guy makes it so that if he leaves the field, the enemy's monsters go away. He uses the Honest immediately for game. Ladies and gentlemen, heroes win. He even had Draining Shield if he wanted it. A lot of great plays. He didn't even use the Draining Shield. Tearlament time. The Tearlament Rhino Heart sends a Merly into the grave. Then the Merly gets Max Seed, but it doesn't matter cause it's too late. Now that they use their Maxi though, they can draw 2 more cards. Here we go, we're gonna get a Kick Kalos and he's made of lard. Gonna put a Tearlament in their hand. Just kidding, they got him purned. And we're gonna draw 2 cards, right? Oh shit, okay, never mind. See you later, Jet. Why would you let them keep starter? How do you brick that hard? He literally just had to draw anything. Any sprite. Oh my god, the Pot of Greed mate does not spare any expense in making a silly move. Max C being used from the hand is negated by the hand trap Ash and the Joyous Blossom. Or Ash Blossom and the Joyous Spring. Max C is Sprite Sprint hits the field. Uses its effect to send an Angler from the deck into the graveyard. Angler effect summons 2 Nimble Beavers. Nimble Beaver and Sprite Sprint turn into everybody's favorite sprite, the Gigantic Sprite. That one should have been the mate, not Blue Sprite. I don't care what anybody says. Bestial is gonna try to banish a guy, but they had Sprite Smashers in hand. They use it to deny the Bestial summon and banish the singular Kit Kalos. This, of course, wouldn't matter to me with my Tearlament deck because I can just bring her back with a Doomsday Horror, as well as any other dark monsters that they banish. And this might just be enough to make the opponent quake in their little pants because they have the carrot. Oh shit. Okay, they're gonna use Elf to bring back red. Alright, Caddy in hand. Sprite Elf brings back red. Alright, this should be oh, okay. Primeval. What? You think the Primeval's better? Like this is already going crazy, dude. We're going crazy up in here. Bestial hits the field. The Melfies begin their synchro plays. Main phase 2 Primordial Planet. Melfi Penny hits the field. Synchro summons with the other Melfi Caddy in the hand to make everybody's favorite Melfi, the Herald of Arclight. Well-known Melfi play. Dark, the Dark Charmer, doesn't even charm anything because there's nothing to charm. As Sprite Elf summons the Fire Monster. Oh, Dark Charmer has decided to charm. Sprite Red, who wouldn't have been able to negate this before, is now able to negate this. And they didn't attack into the Sprite Red. Why? Can they not attack when they use their effect? It does not say that you can't attack. Some people, they just don't bother, I guess. Soul Sweeper, gonna banish the Dark Charmer till the end phase. And that's game. Thanks for coming. You got wrecked. They could have just beat him with a 3200 spray. Were these different? No, they just... Was it always these two colors? I don't remember it being these two colors last time. I don't remember it having a red and a blue. I don't remember that. Do you guys remember that? I don't remember that. That weirds me out. And they still didn't automatically play the next duel. Stop autoplay. Yeah, but how do you... There's no way to refresh the fixed duels? Like, I wanted to see more of this, but you're not going to see this unless you can go into Duel Live and put, like, I don't want to see bullshit. Well, let's see some casual matches then. Because, honestly, I'm so sick of seeing Trap Trick, Trap Trick, Trap Trick, Trap Trick, Trap Trick, Tearlament, 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 branded, 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 branded. Let's, here we go, Marincess. We've already found an archetype that's not branded Tearlament Trap Tricks. Thank you. Casual duel. Alright, so if anyone doesn't know, the Marincess is a link climbing deck. So they don't like enemy max C challenges, but they do have protection built into their spells. And that's the spell that does it. They've got protection. On the next turn, they're going to probably do a little bit more link climbing. Dragon Maids get hit with that Marincess circulation. That allows them to get their blue slug out. Nice. Blue slug has begun the link climbing process. Marincess wave, in an attempt to deny the enemy the ability to make any more plays, have negated the house-made dragon. Oh, they grabbed another field spell. Nice. Alright, Sea Angel comes into play. Solemn Judgment says, "You shall not do that." But it is Marincess, and they still have more plays. Pasculus comes onto the field. Pasculus comes onto the field. And then turns into another Sea Angel. We're going to see a Link 2 come into play here most likely. Field spell activates its on-field effect. Sea Angel puts Marincess Dive into the hand. And we start equipping Link monsters. Splash Mage. Bringing out more Marincesses from the graveyard as the Marincess cards mill themselves into the graveyard. Marincesses will now summon the Great Bubble. And now we're going to equip more cards to the Great Bubble. The Great Bubble will now sit there because it doesn't want to hit a face-down card. And it will now draw a card. Why do we not care? Why do we even care what that face down is? You have the Marincess field spell. Who cares? Who cares? Be careful activating these effects. She is unaffected by enemy effects, so I think she can be negated, however. No, she can't be. She cannot be negated. It's all effects, ladies and gentlemen. You can't negate her. She's unaffected. What was the point of that? There is no point to doing that. That also will not work, but maybe they'll use it on the field spell? Oh my god. What are they doing? Oh, these silly geese. Ugh. Read the field spell, newbie. Read the field spell. Oh. Okay, they got rid of the field spell. Now they can negate things. Finally. What a slog to get to that effect, huh, boys? But another one, which is the best part. That's the best part. Is they just have more. They just have more field spells. Now they are negated for the rest of this turn, but it literally doesn't matter. Stealth Kraken, destroy the big girl. Deal 1,500 damage, ladies and gentlemen. That is more than enough for game, but we're going for broke. The Marincess Wonderheart is here. Into the enemy they will charge, and for 2,600 damage, the final shot is shotten. It's not a word, I know, but I don't care. More casual. We want Archfiends. Definitely the rarest archetype I've ever seen in Master Duel right now. Synchrons mixed into the starter deck with shit like Shard of Greed, brother. Shard of motherfucking Greed. Greedy Venom Fusion is in the play. Shard of Greed going to begin its effect here. For anyone who doesn't know what Shard of Greed does, it gets one little greed token every time you draw a card for your normal draw in your draw phase. Alright, well, that was pretty sad. So let's see what's next. Call of the Haunted. And Junk Synchron summons Speed Warrior from the graveyard and synchros into Junk Warrior, who does a few extra damage. No, he doesn't. Not even one extra damage. Okay, we're going to see Call of the Haunted summon Junk Synchron once more to the field. Will he be able to synchro? I don't think so. Junk Warrior now has 0 attack damage as the Predaplants continue their onslaught. Turn change. Okay, I guess that they couldn't attack. Shine Knight goes into the hand here. We'll have to see what he turns into. Flamwell is here. We're going to draw an extra 2 cards. Very exciting stuff. Flamvel, able to destroy the enemy card. And Swords of Revealing Light, help him stay healthy for another day. Fusion Sage. Whoa, brother. Whoa there, brother. Venom Swamp stacking this venom counters onto the enemy here. How many counters? They just lose 500 attack for every counter. Do these get... Nope, they don't. I thought maybe they get passed around, perhaps. But sadly, it looks like Flamvel is going to die this next turn. The battle phase is entered. 2,200 attack from the Max Warrior. Very impressive stuff. And everybody's going to lose more attack. And that's a dead Flamvel. And next turn, he will be losing his Max Warrior. He's going to have to get a play going here because the enemy has a lot of HP left. He's got to have something to get rid of that field spell. The Rockstone Warrior's not going to be enough. Oh, MBT can pronounce it. I can't. I have to hear him say it in order for me to say it right. Alright. Oh my god. His field spell is going to destroy his own cards. Next turn. Alright. Shine Knight goes face down. Can't be destroyed if you're face down. The Predaplant goes to the graveyard thanks to the Field of Spells effect. And they took an extra 800 damage for some reason that I'm sure is very important. More Predaplants continue to flood the field as they banish from the graveyard in a vain attempt to try to destroy the enemy. That Predaplant is negated. Kunai with Chain, baby. Gotta love Kunai with Chain. How you like that? Kunai with Chain, baby. I love when a really old card like that gets to see use and that it helps. I love that. Love it. The warrior returning puts a warrior in the graveyard back in the deck. We have a 2,000 attack beater. Now is a 1,500 attack beater. Beats down the Phoenix. And the field spell goes off, destroying 2 cards and threatening to destroy the other. We still have a Venom Dragon on the field, waiting for the opportunity to attack, I assume. Why do we still have this? He's still just using that for the free Predaplant summon, I guess? Alright, that's the game. Well, this was wild. Alright, I don't know if you had to get the Trify over, but whatever. Alright, my food's here. I'm going to go grab it, and then we'll talk more about Yu-Gi-Oh! When I return. Enjoy the autoplay duels in my absence. Wouldn't be surprised if someone at some point finds a way to text Max up here, down here. Someone really playing Runic in fucking casual? And get out of here. No, it's casual. It's casual. Oh, the great Lord has retracted his statement. What a shame. And if you change your mind on the race, it's down here. What did you say to me? It's out here. Okay, so it's Blue Eyes. Did you change your mind?
Yes.
Okay. Well, could you back off? I believe this is the rice. Yes, it is.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Your spoon?
What?
Your spoon or something?
Yeah, downstairs. Lazy. You should bring your garbage down with you. Hell yeah, brother. So what the hell? What am I even looking at? This is some kind of banished plant ritual beast. Oh, it's ritual beast. Okay. I thought they were plants for a second. Like, what kind of plant deck banishes? Maybe Predaplant? Well, either way. Oh, baby. Nurse burn. Nurse burn. And you can have a collar if you wanna get around. Nurse burn, nurse burn. Your nurse burn. I'm gonna burn you on your turn. Gonna eat my taco. Gonna eat my taco, yeah. Taco time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice to see. Haven't seen Ritual Beast since that, what is it? The Legend, anthology one. Sex bomb. You're a sex bomb. And baby, you're I hate Tiny Tina, she's a dumb bitch. Damn, boy! Is this like a utopia that doesn't end in Rongo? Yeah, good luck seeing this get played and ranked. Alright, he's got some kind of Dark Magician floodgate going on here. Oh! It's a Dark Magician Girls deck. Very interesting stuff out here, boys. Oh! I don't know if a Magician Girls deck was ever going to win that. Alright. A pure Red Eyes deck versus Earth Machines. Okay. Well, not to say I'm surprised at all that the Earth Machines won that. Can't say I am surprised at all. Alright, what do we got now? Ooh, we got a Fiery Field for Dark Magicians with anti-trap support. Dark Magicians testing for an anti-trap trick, anti-labyrinth build. Very interesting stuff so far. Okay. That's a pretty good board. Let's see what the Dark Magicians will do. That's about right. Royal Decree says no traps. And it looks like it's, traps are not what they have in mind. Royal Decree, of course, one of the few cards that can stop a solemn judgment before it's set. And he unfortunately could only block 2 attacks, but at the same time, his enemy only had 2 attacks to use. Alright. And now he gains 500 LP. And we're gonna Azurize Silver Dragon for some protection. Very nice. Aroma Jar will continue to make the opponent upset here. Yeah. You're not going to be killing that Aroma Jar, buddy. You're going to need something to remove it. Which I think he does. Well, he doesn't really have to remove it either. If he gets a Chaos Max Dragon on the field, it's over. Like anything that does any kind of piercing damage would be a step in the right direction. There we go. Hieratic Seal. That should be enough. Are they going to use the seal now? No, they're not. Now are they going to use the seal? No. Now they're. Okay. Alright. A fitting end for a bricky deck like that. Alright. Another Dark Magician deck. And Black Wings. Really? You're bringing Black Wings into casual, dude? I'm afraid of what?
It's good.
Good. Why don't you throw it in the garbage?
Okay.
Okay, you better put some goddamn pants on. I still have one more taco left. Was it spicy enough?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. Well, you asked me to get you something. I get you what you asked for. Lord, no. get you what you ask for. Woo!
Did you down your garbage too?
I still have one more taco. So unless you are willing to wait. Bro.
I'm gonna grab some milk.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, just bring yours down with you. Might as well. Everyone I know thinks that they can handle spice. Because they see me do it, and I'm white, so they're like, if a white boy can do it, so can I. Wow, okay. Black Sonic's just a fucking drowning mirror force for Blackwings. I want to make this last one a little spicy. Add a little bit of spice to this. Okay. Did he not have any more eternal souls? Seems odd he would add another friggin' circle. So he just must not have had any eternal souls. Alright, Shadow Ishizu. Whoa, okay. It's always a good sign when the shadows don't immediately go to window. Alright, no protection means dead monsters. But shadows like being sent to the graveyard. So. Actually, you're a little silly goose. Yeah. A little fart in there. They just banished a bunch of stuff that they didn't want here. Alright, Winda says only 2 special summons a turn. Does he have a way to recover these? Damn, son! Okay. El Shadow Construct. Winda uses her graveyard effect. Ba ba ba. Alright. Nashadal Ariel. Oh, he does. Okay. So he wouldn't have done that greedy draw if he didn't expect to be able to do anything this turn. Obliterate. to Winda. I need a fan on. I'm getting hot up here. All right, Exodia deck, you're gonna need to do something. What? I'm still streaming. We're watching Duels. Well, go away. I'm streaming. Go away. Let me digest my food at least, for crying out loud. And that's a dead Exodia deck, but what's to be surprised about in regards to that, ladies and gentlemen? Such is the way of the duel. Ah, that was so good. Gots to say. Ladies and gentlemen, we are dueling. We've got starter deck versus blue. Wow. Well, you know, sometimes you're just better at the game. Wow, and he's gonna get a fucking Blue Eyes Jet Dragon from that. Well, that's it. That's the end of the duel. Thanks for playing. And he gets that Blue Eyes finisher animation. Isn't that exciting? Ba, 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 ba. I wake up at 9. He wakes up at 9. Yeah, yeah. Like, how do you not give me the mineral water, dude? Come on, Ashley. Ugh. So annoying. Let me just clear out my emails here while I'm... Man, now I'm getting bored with these fucking casual duels. Now it's all Blue Eyes and black magic magicians. Or in America, they're dark magicians. Can we be real here, dude? Giant Rex, Infinity Deck. La 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 la. Giant Rex, Infinity Deck. Look at how big that Rex just got. Holy moly. Holy moly. Eternal Soul going to add a dark magic attack or 1,000 knives. And Ultimate Fusion going to summon everybody's favorite ultimate monster. The Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Blue Eyes combination says, I don't give a shit. We're killing all your cards. 'Cause even though you have eternal soul, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna kill your shit. For some reason. Oh. Oh. I'm still gonna kill your shit. Either that or it just didn't show the animation for the hit. For whatever reason. But it doesn't matter because they got the 1,000 knives. Magnamut banishes the tyrant dragon to summon himself and then guarantee a little dragon card in the hand. And we still have 2 dark magic attacks to handle any back row, which there isn't any. The Ebon Illusion Dragon is going to summon another dark magician to the field. And ladies and gentlemen, they didn't fight. Why? They can't. It must be that they couldn't. It must have been that they couldn't attack. Dark Magician combination. Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Brings out another Dark Magician from the graveyard to negate the effect. The magicians are on the field. Okay, now surely they will play the game, right? Battle phase. The Eyes of White will now summon a Blue Eyes Bright Dragon. Blue Eyes gets banished by the Ebon Illusion Magician. And we will soon see almost 8,000 damage, but instead only 7,000 damage. Oh, that's the game. Thanks for playing, Blue Eyes. It's been real. How can you have a deck? How can you play 3 cards in your hand? Not even 1 playable? Yikes. Abomination's Prison? Branded Unchained? Versus Ritual Beasts. Whoa. 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 What? I'm really surprised. I'm really interested in what this Unchained branded hand is going to be capable of giving us. Very interested in what I can see here. With Branded in White Royal. Branded opening denied, but he's got Branded in White. So I don't think that fucking matters. Abomination's Prison brings the Unchained Twins to the hand. Unchained Twins effect destroys Escape of the Unchained. And then that allows the Unchained Soul to come to the field. As well as another abomination of an Unchained variety. Almirage has to sacrifice itself in order to protect somebody because it was going to die anyway. Alright, the Soul of Anguish hits the field. Battle phase is skipped. End phase. Why didn't... you don't have a use for Branded in White? Oh, we didn't have any dragons. Oops. Unchained are all fiends. Boom. The abominable Unchained Soul is back, baby. And he's taking a lot of damage, but not enough to die. Not enough to die. Alright, we got an XYZ. We got... that's it. Gustav wins the duel. Thanks for playing. La 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 la. You just died. Ha 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 ha. One more, and then I'm taking a nap. I'm tired. I want to take a nap. There's nothing I can do to stay awake any longer. Oh, do I want to sit through this? Do I really want to sit through 2 forever turns? Do I really want to sit through a Utopia turn followed by a Cyber Dark turn? Do I want to do this to myself before I need to take a nap? Do I want to do this? The answer, of course, is yes. How's he gonna beat over such a big monster? Okay, we're gonna negate the effects of the effect monster by pitching a material. The effect monster is negated. You couldn't use anything else? Oh boy, reverse breaker. Okay, special summon any amount of ZWs. And it's gone. That was so stupid. Alright, if the next... I want to watch one more random duel. And if the duel isn't with Archfiends or some other really cool archetype, it's another one of these fucking archetypes I've seen 100,000 times, that I've seen so many times. I know how their cards work just from experience. I'm going to stop that duel. I'm going to watch this zombie mirror match where one person thinks that their best fucking card in the deck is Unizombie. I've got to see what the fuck this deck is. I never saw this match yet, and it's against Zombie Synchro. So it's either we watch that one or this, and it really comes down to what the random archetypes are. And if it's Archfiends, I'm watching it. Oh, it's the Unchained Abomination guy again. Brandon Unchained. This is the same fucking duel. Get out. Alright, let's see this one. My mom's playing Team Fortress 2. Why do so many people still name themselves your mom on Steam? Alright. It's a motherfucking Skull Servants deck versus Zombie World Synchro. Holy moly. Danger Nessie summons itself. Draw a Mizuki. Put down the White Prince. White Prince gets forever negated and banished. See ya, even though... Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter. Alright, now what do? Unizombie tosses white baking, sends the white mare, and the white princess. White mare tosses himself. Link off into... Who is this gonna be? Nightmare Phoenix to get rid of the zombie world. Pitch Mizuki. Mizuki graveyard effect. Special summon Unizombie. Unizombie linked off into Nightmare Unicorn. Nightmare Unicorn. Pitch Mizuki. Send that card back to the deck. Skip the battle phase because if I can't win with the Master's King of the Skull Servants, I don't want to win. They still don't have any way to discard anything good. Mizuki. Graveyard effect, special summon, white baking, linked off into access code talker, on field effect to give itself 5,300 attack, white baking, graveyard effect, add white prince, and white mare to the hand. White prince tosses itself to the graveyard, puts the queen of the skull servants Oh shit. And banish. He's not gonna win with anything except for the King of the Soul Servants. Skull Servants. And the Necro World Banshee puts another zombie world on the field. White Prince tossed in from the deck. Banishes everybody. Out comes the king. The king has 7,000 attack points. It's over. Wow. Wow. Needless to say, that was actually pretty amazing because of the stubbornness. The pure stubborn hubris of the Skull Servants deck, saying if I can't beat him with a King of the Skull Servants on the field, I don't want to beat him. Amazing. That's amazing. Oh shit. Magical Musketeers. What poor streamer was convinced into doing this by their malicious chat? Oh man. Magical Musketeers have the ability to activate their cards from their hand similar to Runic, but they need to have their monster on the field to do it, rather than a field spell. Yikes! The feather... What? What kind of hand? What deck has a hand with 5 cards and can only play Feather Duster? What did I just see? And Magic Musketeer is so bad. They don't even have a response. What is this enemy deck? What is this? What are you doing? Duelist B, you've got to play a card. Oh my god, it was Red Eyes. It's Red Eyes Dragon Link. Oh lordy, no wonder he had a million cards he couldn't use. Magical Musketeer had the card ready. Ash Blossom's there to stop the Magical Musketeer play. For whatever reason, the Magical Musketeer guy has used his Max C. Called by the grave, but Magical Musket Last Stand negates called by. Whiff. Yes, yes. Whiff. Oh my god, and they still didn't have anything. How do you have 4 cards in your hand? The Bestial Drew. It was Bestials? He had a handful of Bestials. Oh my god, and it gets one more turn. The homie drop is given. This is an amazing duel. Oh my god. It's so painful to watch. How does this happen? How does somebody have a deck that bad? Duelist A, what are you doing? What are you doing, Duelist A? You got to Platinum 4 with a deck that has the ability to brick with 5 cards in your hand. That's fucking nutty. That is nutty, my dude. Okay, blind going second deck here. Okay, fusion deployment. Ash Blossom says no. You have a sphere mode. You've got sphere mode. What are you afraid of? Damn, that grass looked greener to me. Hit him with that. Hit him with that New World Order. As the Shadows begin their graveyard fun, tossing cards into the graveyard and putting other cards into their hand, the Shadows enjoy greatly when they are put into the graveyard. Shadow Fusion. Oh shit! The Bestial Magnum Hut, he waited. And his patience is rewarded with that free Bestial Magnum Hut summon, which also will activate his special summoned effect, which will allow him to add a dragon card to his hand. What dragon will he add? If it's Gandora, I'm gonna shit. Now that you have Bestials like this, you can make the Gandora deck even more consistent. Gandoras are dragons, and you can just add those to your hand, brother. You can just add them to your hand. Before you know it, you've got the 3 Gandoras, and you can beat this dude silly with an Inferno Tempest. Alright, Fawn of Albaz gets added to the hand. So it's a branded blinds going second deck. We see the Shadow Schism get hit here. We're going to fusion summon a Shadow Fusion monster from the extra deck. Gee, I wonder what it's going to... a Windall? What? No way. Okay, but Sphere mode. Sphere mode says, nice Shadow Winda, butthead. Schism goes back to the hand, and Al Capone sends Shadow Wendy, which is then pitched from the hand, and allows them to have a Nail Shadow aerial for some reason on the field. And they set Droplet and pass. And it gets destroyed. What the fuck? Now Shadow gets flipped up so they can re-summon the double Shadow construct. Oh my god, and their tier limits too? Blazing Cartesia the Virtuous gets added to the hand as the tier limit Sheeran is used to create a Kit Kalos. Kit Kalos, adding Merly to the hand, going to probably send itself to the graveyard for something funny in the near future, I assume. Predaplant, Anaconda, don't. We're going to mill 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Havness, Hedgehog. Hedgehog gonna make a card come to the hand. The Squamata added to the hand. Havness allowing them to fusion summon. Rule Kalos, no special summons for you this coming turn. Not that you're gonna get the chance to do it anyway, because it's over. You should be ashamed of yourself bringing such a deck out here. Alright. It's almost the 4-hour mark. I'm at 3.5 hours. But I'm gonna wait till 1 p.m. That's at least 2 more duels, hopefully. Alright, we got a Synchro Sprite. Synchro Sprite versus probably Labyrinth or Trap Tricks. Not Synchro Sprite. Sprite Sprint. And Sprite Sprint is Sprite dimmed. Metal Reflex. Whoa. What? Wait a minute. Did you see that? Clip that. That guy. I'm clipping that. That guy put a trap card into the imperm column. So he summoned it, but it's still a trap card. The column negates all spells and traps. Why? You can see the column. And he still put it there, so it was negated. It was negated. And he put it in the same fucking column anyway. That is Puggers. Ladies and gentlemen, Forbidden Droplet. Going to stop the gigantic sprite from doing what it wants to do. Linked off into a sprite elf, but the enemy does not control any monsters, so it can only summon effect monsters or normal monsters. However, if the enemy does control a monster, and it's the worst slime, it's the guardian slime, which made way for the Egyptian king slime. Guardian slime gonna try to search, but unfortunately, the Ash Blossom says, "Not today, Pally." Sprite Sprint on the field. Sprite Elf in the graveyard. A nice amount of damage from the enemy team here. We're gonna XYZ into gigantic sprite there. And we're gonna pitch the Psi Frame Gamma to get ourselves a Sprite Blue. Sprite Blue into Sprite Jet. Sprite Smashers. Sprite Smashers. Banish the other Sprite that's gigantic. Banish the blue Sprite. And with a 3200 attack, the Sprite that's gigantic wins the duel. Alright, I can definitely do one more. If they keep at this pace, 2 more. Tiddly 2 more, dude. Fucking what is up with all of the Shadows all of a sudden? Trade in. Blue Eyes. Dragon Shrine. Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes. Blue Sage with Eyes of Blue. Imperm. Yikes. Oof. Synchro. Blue Eyes. Shen Shen. Oh shit. Magnemite. Banish. Magnemite effect activate. Druiswarm. Druiswarm hand effect activate. Banish another Blue Eyes. White Stone. Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes effect on the Abyss Dragon hand. Haveness effect from the hand. Mill 3. Abyss Dragon. Chaos form. Oh, wow, we got a Kelback. Kelback. Tearlament. Tearlament Merrily. Tearlament Reinhardt. Shadow Beast. Draw a card. Reinhardt. Merrily. Kaleido Heart is on the field. Gonna take that Shen Shen, throw him back to France. Tearlament Scream adding either Crime or Sulliek to the hand. It's Sulliek. Kaleido Heart spins back the Shen Shen. But Abyss Dragon adds more cards to the hand. Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field. Still enough to end the game, I think. Bestials are on the field. Making Beatrice. Beatrice discard a card, send another card from the deck to the graveyard. Guess what? It's a Tearlament. Sheeran's effect is going to make a Rule Kalos. It's a Kit Kalos. They're not even afraid of an enemy special summon. They've been special summoning so much that they figure, hey, they probably don't have any more. The second Kelbeck goes to the graveyard, followed by an Abyss Dweller. This will be used to deny any further graveyard effects from the enemy. Kit Kalos uses their graveyard effect and they pitch Shadow Dragon into the graveyard. Kid Kalos, graveyard effect. Mills, another 5. Merly, graveyard effect. Here's a summon. Tillamont's crime, graveyard effect. Recover the Rhino Heart. And there's the rule, Kalos. Battle phase says, oh shit, it's Jet Dragon, but Jet Dragon is denied. Jet Dragon is destroyed. Rule Kalos sent the Kaleido Heart to the graveyard, which allows her to special summon herself. Final hit goes to Beatrice. Alright. What is next, baby? Oh, whoa! Spiders again! The spiders are back! Oh, and they're not against a friggin' meta deck. They're up against Dragon Link. Okay, this just might be a duel, ladies and gentlemen, depending on the end board that we see up here. It's looking like we're getting a full end board though, but they do have the super hippo carnival. I almost wanted to call it the super happy hippo carnival, but it's not what it's called. So Router gets the Rocket Caliber into the hand. Rocket Caliber onto the field of the Quadra Barrel Dragon. Guard Dragon Pisty brings the Absol Router Dragon back. And the Delirious Dragon is destroyed as the Magna Rocket and Rocket Caliber are revived from the graveyard. Delirious Dragon summons itself. And now we've got an Abomination, an Unchained Abomination on the field, followed by Borreload Savage Dragon. How many stacks? Two turns of Omni Negates. Plus the negate and destruction of the Abomination. Holy moly. Holy moly. I can't believe it. Holy moly. Holy moly. He's gonna be the biggest boy of all. Holy cow. Spiders win. Spiders win, dude. That's hype, brothers. That is hype. I can't believe I saw a spider deck win. And it could have Inferno Tempest if it wanted to. This is another Rocket Dragon? Is this new? I've never seen Silver Rocket. Rocket Caliber linked off into Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon searches boot sector launch. And Silver Rocket Dragon will destroy itself to kill an extra deck monster. Which did they pick? Oh shit, it's Super Heavy Samurai. Holy moly. Super Heavy Samurai. This guy doesn't want to see that guy. No. He doesn't want to see that guy. No. He's going to fucking lose. No. It's Super Heavy Samurai. Oh shit. Maximus C. Super Heavy Samurai is getting lots of defense on his guy to do a lot of damage when he attacks with him. Baldrake. It's all at stake. He's on the field and the branded beast is ready to fight, and that is alright. And he doesn't want to kill the other guy because he knows if he kills the Baldrake, it'll destroy his little guy. Striker Dragon is back, son. He destroyed himself. It's okay though. Rocket Tracer comes out and they're gonna get a Baron Diffler for destroying that guy. 3 more turns are left, including the last turn that we saw. He's gonna destroy that card face down on the field. Goodbye, that guy. How does it feel? Baron de Fleur, swinging for game. Next turn is lame, but it's going to be the final turn. Draw phase, acting your age. Destroy another super heavy, kill his face. Goodbye, super heavy. That samurai is dead. Oh boy, I want to see the spider deck one more time. One more spider deck for me. I've earned one more. We want more spiders. Ah, shoot. It's a blind go second deck that's going first, which means that the enemy deck is a blind go second deck. This is pretty standard branded opening here. Dusk Dragon. And then they get Bestial. Dusk Dragon gets himself turned into mincemeat so they can get out the big scary Eldritch monster. Alright, it's Tears. How do you go blind second with Tears, brother? Battle phase. Destroying dreams. Battle phase. Get evenly matched. No, never mind. They're not gonna do that to him. Baguska. Telling the world to lay down. He's got a bad tummy ache. Bad tummy ache. He's been drinking ale since 8:15. Bad tummy ache. Negated. Aw, shit. Baguska's in attack mode. Bestials are out here. Tearlament's crime and Omnigate says, nice bestial effect, loser. See you in hell. Here comes the Kit Kalos. Kit Kalos hits the field. Agido is milled. Kit Kalos going to add a Tearlament Scream to the hand. Now whenever there's a normal or special summon of a monster while there is a Tearlament on the field. Of whoever controls, on their field basically, whoever controls that Scream. If they own a Tearlament, which they do right now, they will then discard 3 cards, and depending on what cards they are, they will lose, the enemy will lose attack points. Oh shit, they just discarded a King of the Swamp. King of the Swamp can of course be used as a stand-in for any piece of thingy. Tearlament Scream. Activate. Oh, Druid Swarm says, nice Dragon Masquerade. See him in the discard pile. Aluber uses his discard pile ability as the Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. Uses his graveyard effect, and Masquerade is able to summon himself from the graveyard to absorb a little bit of damage from the enemy. Uh-oh, Primeval Planet is in play. This is bad, ladies and gentlemen. Tearlament's merely using its hand, it's added to the hand. And it's not looking good for the enemy team here, folks. I think that that's enough to claim victory And that, my friends, is why Telemon is the worst right now. It's just so difficult to win. I'm exhausted and I need to take a nap. I want to thank everyone who showed up today to watch me ramble on about all this fun Yu-Gi-Oh going on today. I hope to stream more Yu-Gi-Oh duels soon. I'm going to shoot for tomorrow, but it won't be until closer to 7 p.m. So I will see you guys there if you decide to show up. Thanks for coming again. Have a